everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. Happy 4th of July to our American friends here. Hope you have a lovely, lovely day with all of the celebrations of your choice. I'm here. We got some coffee. We got some time walking. We have a pie. Evidently, this is the one thing that my real desk is missing. My real desk does have a camera. Does have a mic. We got the mouse. My monitor stands aren't that cool, but you know, they exist. I seem to be at a deficit of a strawberry pie. Seem to be at a strawberry pie deficit. Good day to you. Good morning. Thank you very much. I want to do more time walking today. Let me collect the rest of my badges. I don't feel like I'll have very many. No, I have 167 badges because I spent a bunch yesterday. I got the Shadow Seer Flame Druid set for 4K badges off the vendor. But I still, time walking wise, even after having time walked on all of these characters who've made it to this point in the list, which I'm sure is big news for everybody. Look at this guy. If he doesn't look like someone you'll remember. We've time walked our way all the way through up to there. I still kind of want the Keyblades. I don't even know if I can pick one. One Keyblade would be great. Two Keyblades would be better. And then there's always a world in which I need even more badges for, like, the next time walking. It's BFA time walking next. Happy Saturday, braid cute. Must bake pie for accurate housing desk. At least we got coffee. Okay. Any character that can heal. My plan is to heal.
Zalatath and her devouring host lay siege to the sun.
Even if we're just heirlooming it up, I think should be fun.
To defend it.
Let's just get into queue, because yesterday we were burning a good chunk of time in queues.
Seek me out, and the light will bear you to Quel'Danas.
We were, I mean, not that much time, but 8 minutes per. Let's see. I'm in resto spec. Let's give me the starter build. See if we might have to figure this out in a hurry. Let's make sure we have mouse over on. Mouse overcast is on. Good. And then I just gotta kind of sort of like stick things in vaguely the appropriate place. Unfortunately, I don't really remember how I like to do this. These go like somewhere around. I mean, I don't remember having that one. I don't want that one either. This is fine. We can go somewhere around here. You've got Ironbark, Rejuve, Life Bloom, Regrow. Those are the important ones. That's a Wild Charge when it should be Efflorescence. I think I have an Efflo macro though. I've got an Efflo macro that we can stick right here. Wild Charge I kind of forgot about. I can't really test it. Oh, my dungeon popped. It's a good thing that we did that in a hurry. Let's see if Mr. Mushroom Chicken Man can actually heal a time walking dungeon. Oh, poor guy doesn't even have hero talents. I don't know. Keeper of the Grove. I think that's what people do. Give me some points. Any points. Not picky. Went back to the game today. Last day for Midsummer. Still no Midsummer mount. Oh, I'm so sorry. Almost 1,000 Burning Blossoms. 30 plus levels in my Druid. Ooh, very nice. It's well done. I need to be in this one. I can always tell when I've accidentally left my tank UI on, because my tank UI has a massive personal frame. So that I can tell when I'm massively dying. And I don't need that. I can see my health frame up here if I'm healing.
New students. How wonderful.
This was a Legion remix druid, and I can tell because he has an aquatic themed name. I named all my remix alts on a theme this time so I could kind of pick them out of the list. I don't know why it matters, but yeah. Important history. Woo! Wild Charge is kind of fun.
These lashers must have grown wild while
let's see if we can.
away.
I was gonna say if we can
if you could,
get this guy hotted up early, but sometimes that just pulls aggro to you. Sometimes you just kind of want to let a tank live with their choices for a while. Yeah, I'll do. How's everybody doing today? Big plans? Comfy gaming? Partying outside? Going to gathering later? Maybe. Maybe not. No judgment from me. You know me, my party calendar's packed. I'm what they call a party animal. Yeah, I think we need more cooldown. This may not even help. This might not even fix it.
Perfect.
Nice news
We
video
are
this
just
morning. Oh,
about-
thank you very much.
Wait, Ichistras.
If it ended kind of suddenly, it's because I got to the end of my topics and I was like, is that it? Do I have anything else? And I like thought for like 10 minutes and what else to say. And I couldn't think of anything, so I was like, okay, thanks, bye!
This is your fault.
Cats are good, and see you next week.
Please.
Gotta go.
Help us, new students.
Midnight. New news video, BRB to watch. Might have fireworks later. Tia had been off and on rain for the last 2 days. Burning Blossom farming, because I put it off. Listen, today's the day. There's great stuff on the vendor. The, if nothing else, the weapon enchant I feel like is super worth it. Leveling ults by queuing for time walking. While in the queue, killer rares for mount chances. Oh, that's smart. Double dipping. That's a good double dip idea. I should be doing that. Good morning. Good morning, Half Pint. How you doing today? Yeah, we're feeling cute. We got our little braid. We got our little butterfly earrings. We'll feel a little cuter after some coffee. I was up kind of late finishing the news video. I don't do anything very fast. It's not that it's like a hard thing to do or that it should take very long. I'm just like not quick. I'm not quick with stuff. I should probably take some effort and see if I can add any more shortcuts into my workflow. There's probably stuff that I'm doing manually that I could save. But I'll look at it. Doing the praise in the zone for extra XP? Holy, you're locked in. You got it all figured out. I miss rare farming for mounts. I want to do that. I just need more time warp patches first. I'm not like... I also kind of want to see if I can get through all of my alts in 1 week of time walking on one dungeon each, like just on the stream. I kind of want to see if that's doable. I don't know. I think it'll pick up pace now that I'm in the healers, but I will eventually end up back in kind of the mages and warlocks, and they'll have to wait in a DPS queue. Also, heaven help them when it comes to the rotation. I might have to one-button some of that. Healing, I feel like I can figure out off like 4 keys as long as I have mouse over on, but DPS is kind of a different issue. You can press 4 keys and they'll do some damage, but if you have any interest in doing a meaningful amount, then you're in trouble. Howdy, y'all. Hope everyone's doing well today. Howdy.
Now we need to clear out the big one. I will activate the goals for Lishran. That is talent
think that this is actually the secret sleeper model for the best model to wear, the mushroom gnome. I don't think there's a better garden gnome here. It's very like Little Red Riding Hood. It's very I'm your grandma.
Watch yourselves.
Look at me, I'm your grandma now. Happy Saturday, staying home, staying cool. Happy Saturday. Also, something else that we did. May have let the cats out of cat jail because we talked about it and we decided they're fine. Hi. So we might have kitty visitors. They've been looking good, and we're still sulfur bathing them. So on the off chance that they did still have some ringworm, they wouldn't be particularly contagious. But I think they're fine. It's been a month. They're looking good. They've been looking good. So maybe we'll get visitors today. It's up to them. I'm not gonna catnap them. Happy to hear your baby's doing better. I missed them. I missed the babies. I was not happy for like that whole month. But we're looking good. Where are we going? This way? Yeah. Time for Hazel's computer to randomly turn off again at times. I had Tuna on my lap while I was working on the news video, and sometimes he likes to get on the top of my PC where the power button is, and I saw him kind of climb over there. And I thought, oh, I should do that thing where I go in the settings and disable the power button so it doesn't turn the computer off because he's going to step on it. And as I was looking for that setting, he stepped on the power button and turned off the PC. And then I had to wait to reboot it and then I went and found it and I changed it. So they shouldn't turn off the computer unless they go directly to the source and hit the power bar. I haven't really worked that one out. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. That was your 4th of July gift, freeing the cats. Free them. Freedom. They seem happy.
Please excuse the mess. It has
They've
been
got
quite
some-
some time
they've got
since
some pent-up
students have been
energy.
here. I'm just
They're
putting
looking
together a
good
lesson
though.
plan.
Happy weekend. Hope your day is going well. Happy weekend, Rihanna. Right back at you. Oh, I'm taking a nap. Oh man. In some ways, all the responsibility is gone. It's not up to me if we live or die anymore. Glad I can watch without ads again. Can finally commence a binge.
Long ago.
What you been into lately, Scarlet? Are you still in your House of the Dragon phase? How did I copy that region?
Overloaded an arcane elemental.
Ew,
and
Alcazar
created a
Academy.
powerful
You don't like
construct
it?
named
I like it in
Veximus.
Time Walking. I was kind of starting to feel a little done with it as a key. Only because I personally suck at the last boss. I have issues with bosses with compounding difficulty because I will trip on unorb, and now it's like, well, if you couldn't dodge one orb, how would you like to dodge 9? And then it's like, well, no, not well, badly. I'm a little bit of a liability. It's a bit of a problem.
Bombs in order to drive back the dragons.
Mr. House of the Dragon, Law and Order SVU. Some vintage cuts. Or do they still make Law and Order SVU? I don't know if they ever stopped making Law and Order.
Veximus tried its best to defeat the dragons. It was ultimately destroyed.
Yeah, this one's going nice and fast. Finally got chickens last week. It's been so fun. Favorite thing, checking every morning to see how many eggs they laid. Nice. How many ish chickens did you get? Is it like a small enough flock that they can all have names, or are you just like naming your favorites, or? Still going. Releasing season 28 in October. Oh wow. That's cool. Do they still have like some of the same cast that they've had for 20 years? Are some of them just ancient? That's not a very nice thing to ask. Are some of them really dignified? You passed Gunsmoke 8 seasons ago. Meow. Tuna, do you want to come visit? Tuna, do you want a time walk? Oh, do you want up? Who missed Tuna? Who missed my baby boy? Also, I'm healing. One sec. Look at my enormous child. There he is. That's my straw. They do that. Tuna! He's getting so big. He's 4 months old, I think. And then Tiki's 5 months old. Pterodactyl! Yeah, we freed the kitties. We talked about it. We're taking what I'm hoping is a very small risk, but they've been looking good. And we're still treating them too for another week just in case. I couldn't keep them in jail anymore. It just didn't seem like what was best for them at this point. And also
Who are you?
I'm a big softie and I miss them.
Not registered here. This room is only
What's
for
your looking
students.
like? You don't have any lesions anymore. You're not a scabby kitty anymore. You were scabby before.
These
You're
are
not scabby
sacred
anymore.
halls of
How big's
learning.
Tiki now?
Only
About
those
the same
who
size as
register
Tuna.
may
Maybe
access
just like a fraction bigger than Tuna.
Learn from this.
They've really leveled out in size and acrobatic ability. It used to be that Tuna couldn't really catch Tiki whenever he was trying to ambush him. It used to be that he couldn't really like
You have done.
get anywhere with that, and now they're very evenly matched. One of their favorite play fight moves is Tiki will make a dive for Tuna's feet while they're just both standing on the ground, and Tuna will just levitate. He will just... Hi, you coming back up? You coming over here again? Oh, big boy. Big boy.
Oh dear.
Big boy.
It seems the parameters I wove into my
You'll just go straight up like popcorn, huh?
Extreme.
Did you miss us? Did you
Thank
miss
you
this?
for all
What do you
your
think?
help in getting
You
the
got anything
school
to say?
ready.
Chop. Yeah, he does kind of blend into the shirt. If Tiki ever comes by, he'll have much better contrast. Yeah, they're out of quarantine. They're free. Look how good they're looking. Look at your fancy little pants. You cannot have my coffee. Yeah, they're fun. Oh, you can't have those either. I do have a lot of stuff on my desk you can't have. That's really unfair of me. I love this coat. They're both so cute. Tuna's a little fluffier. Tuna's coat's like a little bit longer than Tiki's, which is very cute and very soft, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt when we're trying to sulfur bathe them because it takes forever to get it wet. You're hard to give a bath if I'm trying to wet you to your skin. Alright. I'm going to Veldraken to turn in my flight stone, and then we're going to get another character and keep going because we got time walking to do, Tuna. We're going to go Tuna walking. Am I in lines? Yes, yes I am.
Hey there.
Are you all grown up? Are you no. They can't resist the straw. They want to bat the straw around the cup. Hi, Mr. Bird. They're both big biscuit cats. We call them Mr. Stomps depending on who's doing it more. But Tuna's really funny because when he makes biscuits, he moves his whole arm like all the way back to the shoulder, whereas Tiki does it more like in the wrists. But they both do like big biscuits. He's been gone for so long, right? It's been forever, buddy. Easy little kitty face. You miss him? I missed him. Cats are a little upset with me. Took them to the vet yesterday for their updated shots. Yeah, that'll do it. Almost forgot to do Frostlord yesterday. Glad I remembered since I got the mount to drop. Oh, congrats, Cyberwolf. I'm pretty. He's watching my druid. Do you see the chicken? Kind of hard to skyride with one hand. Cute aggression is so real. I just wanna smooch him. Very interested.
Aspects watch over
This
you.
one in.
Victory
And
in all
then
your
Tuna, let's go
battles.
see what our next character is. He's the first stream viewer. He is sitting on the desk right in front of the monitor with his head craned back. Oh, it's Barnacles time. It's Barnacles time. It is a coffee day today. We're enjoying the coffee. It's needed. I was up a little late. I slept good, but weird dreams again. I had weird dreams that we were being robbed. We were being burgled by like a mother-son burglary duo. And the mother was like talking to me at the door to distract me while the son like went around and stole stuff. And they had a dog. And their thief dog at one point in the dream made it into my house, and I was like, "Oh man, jig's up now. My dog Moose isn't going to let you get away with this." And Moose in the dream sees this dog, which to be fair was very cute, and is like, "Oh, friend," and then they're just playing, like they're just happy, like they're just vibing. And I'm like, buddy, you don't have much of a job, but you do have one job. That's enough healing keybinds. Those will work. Send me in. Time walking. And we can work our way towards where's that gonna take me? Sturm. Yeah, we can work our way towards Veldraken. Am I leveling? Kind of. I'm doing one time walking per alt, so they're all leveling like a little bit. They're all leveling just a little bit. Thief dog sounds cool, right? Go get your 10 fire buff. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to Veldraken to make sure I can turn in my thing. It is a good idea. It's just such a pain in the butt to get. I also have like massive demand avoidance. Oh dear. It's a real problem when someone like tells me to do something and it's like objectively a good idea and I'm like, well, now I'm in a pickle. Now I can't. Hi, Moose. Hi, buddy. You gonna come nap in here? Welcome back.
Serve once more.
10% faster. Yeah, but I'm not really like here to level today. The leveling's just a side effect. And also the fact that you want me to kind of makes me not want to because I'm toxic. Wasn't Barney the one you used for transmog farming? He was my speed druid for a hot minute.
The Isles.
He was in the speed druid set. If not friend, why friend shaped? Why protect when play? Yeah. As long as they don't run away and join the thief squad. Can I do this with one hand? No. Alright, Tuna, don't drink my coffee. Tuna's still looking at the monitor. We can kind of move some buttons around on the fly. Oh, that's the one button. I guess it's fine for damage. Worse things for healer damage. This one. This guy looks like he was set up for healing at one point. His keybinds resemble being done on purpose. I like how we're familiar enough with Barnacles to be shortening his name to Barney. I like that he has nicknames. I'm trying to remember if Barnacles was the druid that I made in BFA to tank N'Zoth on. Like N'Zoth's raid, Nilotha. I definitely played a bear druid. I don't remember if it was Barnacles. I feel like it wasn't. But it was a Coltiran druid. Maybe that's where I'm getting mixed up. Is there a way to travel to Zandalar if I didn't do any quests in BFA? If you're Horde, the portal might just take you, even if you haven't done any quests. If you're Alliance, you'll need to do at least a little bit of unlocking or skipping. It may have been. Yeah, it's been a while. It's actually kind of crazy that that's like half of my content career ago. Recall bear tanking BFA for sure. It was the one tier where I tanked like a whole tier of like a viewer. It was the Skrull Squad guild, and I actually like tanked a tier. And that was when I discovered that I am not and never will be cut out to lead a raid. It went fine. We made it through. I think we just did normal. But I am not. For all the leadership seminars that they give you in school, I don't think I'm leadership material. I don't like the responsibility. I don't like having to have hard conversations, and I won't do it. Either renamed him or remade him. I feel like I might have had a female Coltiran druid that had like a Hazel name, and maybe she was lost to like the purge, the alt purge. You get there from the Undermine drill without having done the quest. Ooh, that's a good question. That would be a smart workaround. I don't know. Yeah, BFA, I had Hazel names in BFA. I think I had them before then as well. Because I had Hazel names as far back as, like, Mop. But then I got sick of not being able to spell my own alt names when I was trying to mail them stuff and, like, remember which one was which.
More trespassers! I will not allow you through!
Keep hitting the button that doesn't do anything. I'll hit this one instead. I have just the cutest little kitten just sitting at my desk. Entranced. Is this too much screen time, buddy? Am I brain rotting you right now? You're kind of young. Bless you. There's all the flashing lights and colors. I've never seen anything like it. Oh. Where are you going? Oh, big stretch. Camera might be in danger. Keep an eye on it. Hi. Please don't knock that back. Oh, and there's Moose back there too. Hi.
Victory. I will eliminate you.
And he's standing in front of chat. I'll catch up with you guys shortly whenever he bozies somewhere else. Falling into that trap, naming my alts different variations of Scarlet. Any variation of Scarlet will do. The handy thing about that is if you play with a group of people, they'll always know which alt is yours. They don't have to like check a guild note to figure out who's talking. I think the only reason I get away with it is because I don't talk. I'm not like a big guild chat person. I don't really keep up with it. Kitties! Missed Kitten Chaos. Yeah, me too. I wonder if Kiki will come by. He was here earlier. He just didn't get up. Wait! Don't close the door. Hold the door. Maybe he'll calm down and sleep in my lap later. Or he'll just unplug my monitor. Don't fall, buddy, okay? Ow! Ooh, that hurts. See if I can run back in time. If there's a skip, I don't know about it. miss having a really chatty guild. I feel like people chat more in like private chats or whispers or like Discord, or some people will chat in public chat, but did you do any more raid testing? It was just 2 days. If they did mythic raid testing, I both missed it and forgot, and also I have some footage of each boss. I should be okay. There's one that's going to be a little iffy, but we'll make it work. Never really yapped in guild chat. Discord though, different story. I have a bad habit of sometimes I will see, or not bad habit, but sometimes I will catch a glimpse of guild chat. And I'll see that someone asked me something, and I'll see that it was from like 2 weeks ago, and no one said anything since. And also, I guess I was online and I didn't see it. I wouldn't be surprised if my guildies don't like me because I'm not particularly nice or available. Ought to be better now that Discord guild chats will be linked. I wonder how many people are actually gonna follow through and do that and set it up and then actually use it. I'm sure some people will. I wonder if other people will hold off. There were some people expressing some privacy concerns, although, I don't know. Hard to see if they're hard to see. Hi! Would you like to sit on my lap and hang out? No, you're still motoring. Okay. Sounds like too much effort, yeah. I did think it was really funny that people were like, oh man, what if Blizzard bans me for things I said in Discord? And it's like, first of all, they're not even moderating guild chat. And second of all, they're like, that would be a crazy thing for them to do. And third of all, what on earth are you saying in Discord? Like, what is happening in Discord that you think they're gonna ban you for? Maybe I'm just really, really vanilla these days. I'm pretty sure they only review stuff on report anyway. Guild's gonna dive right into the Discord G-chat thing. Tune in, that's my mouse cable. Also, no pressure, but that is my last G600, so if it dies, I have to move on. I don't know if I'm ready to pull that cord yet. Heard that you can get in trouble in coarse language. Also heard it was only if you were reported. Yeah, like in WoW, in like public chat channels or chat channels with strangers, sure. I feel like guild chats are almost never moderated. You'd have to say something really crazy, I think. And then get like giga reported. But I don't know. I've never been chat banned. I don't chat with people. And if I did, I would be nice. Tuna, that's my mouse. It's not a real mouse. Well, it is a real mouse, but it's not like a rodent. That's, you can't have it. You can't have it. You're going back. Straight to jail. Come here. Hi. Why don't you just sit in the lap? Pardon me. Sorry, I sneezed on you. How does it feel? I only say that because you sneezed on me. Did you get the new time walking vendor stuff? I got a bunch of it. I want more though. That's why I'm still time walking, is because I kind of still want the keyblades. I got the druid set and I got both mounts. I don't even know what the toys do. Some of the toys might be cool too. Guild chat usually self-moderating. Officers will handle it rather than escalating to Blizz, right? Yeah. Can't find a legit G600. Yeah, I think they discontinued them. I don't know. I don't know why. I still wanted them, so why don't they keep making them for me? Yeah, alright. We'll find something else to use. Eventually when this one dies. It has been holding on for a good long time though. I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, babies are out of jail. Do not trust me to talk about change. Love my... I've weaned myself off of the third button on the right-hand side of it. Like the third mouse button. Which is good, because that's the only one that you can't reliably find in other mice. Like, lots of MMO mice will have a 12-button grid. There's Corsair ones, there's, like, the Red Dragon one. If you want something a little cheaper. That's manageable. I don't know how good the software is, but honestly, Logitech software never impressed me that much. All of the proprietary gaming peripheral software kind of sucks. I never ever messed with having multiple profiles for any of my devices because they would just like switch for no reason. I could only deal with having the one profile that was the one that I wanted to use. Hey, you can't. Hey, don't eat that. You can't have that. It's a twist tie that's holding my mic cable to my mic stand. Tuna. Mr. Chitaki Tuna. Tuna Nutty Games. I don't know how to full name you. Excuse you. Excuse you. Oh dear. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got you. You're okay. You just got scared. The water bottle made a loud sound when it fell over. He's alright. You good? Okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I was just gonna put you on the floor. Hey. Tuna of House Nutty. Love the third button. If the mouse ever does die, I'm gonna have a heck of a time playing with a different mouse. I used to use mine. I don't remember why it stopped.
We'll build a new world.
My G600 button's sometimes not working. I have to click twice. Dreading the day it fully stops. I'm gonna ride into the ground because I'm so used to it. They were so good. They were like, it was perfect because they were like pretty durable. I always found I got more mileage out of a G600 than like a Razer Naga. They were nice and wide, which is nice because I have big hands. And I always found that the smaller mice, like a Naga, which is the main thing I have to compare it to because it's the only other one that I had. The smaller ones I would have to claw and my hand would get more tense and I would have hand pain. And I don't get that with the Logitech one because it's nice and large. And they were cheaper too. They would cost like a third or less of the price. You used to be able to get them on sale for like 40 bucks. Varying, you know, depending on currency and inflation and whatever, but like they were perfect. It was too good to be true. Can't last forever, I guess. I think the Red Dragon quite a bit. I've heard that those ones are actually decent, so that's probably a direction I will go eventually. But actually, I have a Corsair, a brand new one of the Corsair version that's like just been waiting for this Logitech one to die. I think once upon a time I was talking about my anxiety that my mouse might die and not having a backup, and Flabby just bought me a backup, which is very sweet of him. I like having stuff that I can hot swap if something dies so that I don't have to be completely offline until I fix it. On a G903. Wish the 600 would come out with a newer version. Yeah, they're due. It's possible that MMO mice are not the market they used to be in the year of 2026. I hate to admit it because I'm the market, but we may not be a big enough segment to justify products. It may be one of those things. Razors never lasted me either. I used to get 13 months out of them like clockwork. Right past warranty. Not that I'm a big getting things serviced by warranty person. Yeah, I would love for them to come out with a new version of G600, but I'm not expecting it. I also remember I used to use like the Orb Weaver, right? Kind of a Razer Tartarus style gaming pad. I like the Orb Weaver because it was mechanical keys, like proper mechanical ones. And they had on the palm rest a little like rubber palm rest pad that was glued down. And notoriously, the adhesive that they used to glue down that palm rest was melted by the normal heat of a human palm. So invariably, as you used it, unless you were just colder than ice all the time, you would melt this thing and it would start sliding around and you would get glue all over everything, and then eventually it would come off. And I remember in like one of my review videos of the thing being like, yeah, I really like it for XYZ reason, but this thing is gonna happen. So what I did was I cleaned off the adhesive and I super glued it down, and it's been fine ever since. So just be advised, this might happen and this is what you can do about it. And in hindsight, I mean, good advice, it does work, but like, that's crazy. I really like this product except for the part where it falls apart. Had my G600 for 6 years now, longest lasting mouse I've ever owned. It's gonna be really funny if I wear out my G600 because of Cookie Clicker. I've been playing the Steam version of Cookie Clicker and trying to progress through. My goal is, I think, just to buy all the Heavenly Chip upgrades. And maybe get like 90% of the achievements. I'm not trying to 100% achievements, because that seems to turn people into husks of themselves. And for what? But it feels like every time you get kind of stuck at Cookie Clicker, you end up learning something that's kind of cool to sort of get you past that block. There's always like a new interaction or something that you can use to sort of get past wherever you are. Or like another achievement to work on. But occasionally with your click combos, which is kind of how you progress in late game, you're gonna end up clicking a lot, and it's gonna be very funny if that's what finally wears out my mouse. Why Cookie Clicker? I've always had a soft spot for an incremental game like that. I used to not even be allowed to play them by myself. I had self-banned myself from them because they just hot-wired themselves into the reward system of my brain, and I couldn't regulate my own playing of them. I'm feeling better about it now. I can turn the Cookie Clicker off. And I still like the numbersy part of it, and I like the combo fishing and like just the kind of getting to know the system, and I like the idea that it's still progressing at least a little bit while I'm not playing it. Have a SteelSeries new in box for when my mouse dies. Bought it for pet. I prefer my Logitech trackball that you move with the index finger, but there's no wheel for those actions. Yeah. The way that I originally got used to the numbers on the side of a mouse is I started by only binding the top 3 of them where the tip of the thumb naturally sits. I didn't bind the bottom chunk at all. I just started with 3 buttons. And then eventually over time I added more as I got more comfortable with it. I didn't bind them all at once. But that was a long time ago. Also, nothing says you have to use one. Okay, so we're gonna go turn in our flight stone. I did them row by row. The bottom row happened last. I can't imagine playing without it now, though.
We protect the Isles.
Alrighty. Who's next? Ah, it's Hazeline. Keep it Stranglethorn. Oh, I must have been doing a pet battle. Man, rip my pet battle meta achievement. I didn't even leave my characters out here long enough because I'm gonna take them to Valdrakken. I didn't even leave them out here long enough to
lay siege to the Sunwell. The light has chosen you to defend it.
Timewalking dungeon. Arthur way back to Dornegal. Click cast instead of using keybinds. I use my mouse with mouse over all the time. So I will I'll hover my mouse over a frame, and then I'll press the button on the side of the mouse, and that'll be like my dispel or whatever. 10 keypad has all the keybinds. Don't even use my side buttons. Yeah, just a couple at a time is not a bad way to start.
I understand your frustration,
We're going
Leora, but do not rush to conclusions.
Valdrakken, that's right. One day I'm gonna finish this just out of spite, and also the fact I got 4 of them done. It's some progress. Is the coffee gone? Oh, nice fast cube. I'm gonna miss the healer queues when I run out of healers to do. This was we're really doing Blast from the Past now. This is my Shadowlands main. Shadowlands was the expansion that I decided I was gonna be a healer. I was gonna follow my heart and do what I wanted. I was gonna be a healer, and I figured if I'm gonna heal on a priest and not be in shadow form, then I really wanted to see my own transmog. So I wanted to be on a taller race than a gnome, and for one expansion I was. For one expansion, I played a taller race. I want to braid this little piece of hair. See how long it takes them to get going here. Oh, they're just marking themselves.
Be wary, champions. My vault is many things, but harmless is not one of them.
Angelic feather.
These whelplings perceive anyone. The sundered flame have been delving into my vault. Their gaze pierces all. They do not understand the dangers within, nor the powers they meddle with.
Big line of sight issues. Hey Hazel, how's it going? Hello Angela. It's going good. It's going really good. How are you doing? Wow, I have like no buttons. I think this character's bars were set up for a world in which it was before the button squish and there's just a bunch of gaps in it now. Left mouse person limited and ambidextrous mice. Yeah, that's fair. Good, thanks. Just been watching Wimbledon. Oh, nice. Who's front running this year?
Once, my beloved
I don't follow a lot of tennis while it's active, but I've watched an above average amount of tennis documentaries, so I know some of the big names.
It looks as
I
though
did
it
get the
has
Midsummer
grown
T-Mog
wild
set. I
over
finished
the
clearing
years.
out the vendor.
I will need
Just
you
need the
to
chest, Farm and Blossoms now.
prune
Nice.
it.
I really like the weapon illusion. I think the weapon illusion is really nice. I'm surprised I don't have more extra priests. I guess I just realized that they didn't make the best mount farming alts. So unless I was actually going to play it for a season, sometimes I'd just rather be a gnome priest. Djokovic and Sinner for the men. I think the ladies pretty open. Oh, nice. I know Djokovic. I don't know the other one. We watched there's a docu-series about Rafael Nadal on Netflix that we watched, and I've never watched a sports documentary rooting so badly for someone to just retire. Like, he had a really incredible career, and through the whole story of the career, I'm like, surely at this point you stop playing tennis, and then he's like, and then I kept going. And then that's like the whole thing is you're just watching it just get harder and harder and worse, and his body fall further and further apart, and you're like, surely at this point
The location of my
you could
vault was chosen to
but
harness and
it's
make
not
use of this powerful
not who he
layer.
is, I guess. Last Brit holding his
While
own at the
a
moment.
marvel to behold,
That sounds like
I'm
fun.
unsure of what effects it will have on your mortal form. Do be on the lookout for the growth of extra appendages. You have discovered one of my books of translocation. Since the majority of the vault's caretakers are flightless,
Someone's asleep.
I incorporated a means of safe travel via these tomes.
Sometimes if tanks do huge pulls through here, there's only so many dispels to wake people up. You gotta be kind of careful with them. Don't ever watch what NFL players do to keep playing. Yeah, no. I don't even particularly like watching football when not that I do it anyway, but like when it comes up in other things, just because it seems like such a blood sport. It's so violent and it looks so hard on you. It just doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do to people. I'm just extremely sheltered, I think. Rugby worse, yeah. And people do this on purpose. I don't get it. I don't love the idea of people getting injected with painkillers so that they can ignore their body signals telling them to stop and then go get themselves knocked around a little bit more. You know, maybe you should know when one of your tendons pops. Maybe it's a good idea to have to be aware of that. Nothing like it was 20 to 30 years ago. Yeah, maybe. I feel like the mental environment for athletes must be massively worse now than it's ever been before, though, just because of sports betting. People get so toxic and, like, they get so unfairly invested and will absolutely take that out on anybody that they perceive as having, like, wrecked their parlay or their bet or whatever. And a lot of it's, like, young people that are kind of in over their heads anyway, with not a lot of emotional regulation, and I can't imagine. it all seems messed up. Looking forward to the England game tomorrow in the World Cup. That should be fun. My family loves watching MMA fights, and I've never been able to get into it. Yeah, that's me. I can't watch combat sports. I'm just too smooshy. I don't like watching people hurt each other. Monday, actually, is it's 1 a.m. our time. Oh, it's early. Son-in-law does the scripted wrestling, and I go to be supportive, but I often have to just cover my eyes. Aww. Aww. It's like, it's kind of sweet. I'm sure people still get hurt doing that. I don't know a lot about scripted wrestling, but it seems very much like modern opera with a little more violence. Since I started bouldering, I've got quite into watching climbing. Seems like quite a wholesome sport. Mostly. Largely.
Yes, yes. So
I liked watching climbing at the Olympics a lot. Olympic climbing was very cool.
No, no, no.
I like speed climbing, where there's two people that are just like jetting up a wall like Spider-Man side by side in like under 10 seconds. That's crazy. Like, that's just really cool to see someone have that much like precision and explosive power.
Me. Take care of them.
I can't deal with free soloing documentaries anymore though. I don't want to watch someone flirt with death like that. It just doesn't, it's like I said, I'm too risk averse. I can't deal with it. I don't get it. I don't like it. Good for you or whatever, but I can't look at it anymore. Oh man. Sometimes you just hear the tunadactyl from across the house. Can't watch most contact sports, makes me angry. I watched some rugby during the Olympics during the last Summer Olympics to try to figure out what was going on, and I never really sorted it out.
Slash you.
That's okay. Not everything has to be for everybody.
Treasures.
Poor Azure Blade.
Like nice safe
cannot
indoor
blame her.
bouldering with the big squishy
I
safety
should've
mats.
thought of her
Accidents still
before.
happen to hurt myself more from getting up
I
too
left.
fast from the sofa.
This door.
It's funny.
I sense
I went
a
bouldering
breach
a couple of
behind it.
times
The
in kind of
sunlit flame must be this way.
2021-ish.
Tear
And
this place apart
I had a
if
lot of
you
fun.
have to.
But I also managed to hurt
I will
myself. I'm like, I
expose
think it
what
might have been my
secrets
first or
she
second
locked
day
away
out.
within these vaults.
I didn't have like an I had watched a couple of
Taraj was not
YouTube
bred to
videos
find
about things like
sea.
how to like dismount from the wall,
Consequences would
but
be
they didn't really
dire.
like, there wasn't
Please,
really like an intro
hurry.
course or anything, or if there was, I missed it. And my instincts failed me, and I ended up landing on a foot that I folded, and then I had a bad ankle for like the following 3 years. That I still have to kind of baby in yoga. I have to be careful not to ask too much from that specific ankle, because it's still kind of upset with me about the bouldering thing. Not happy. I think it was just a sprain that really hates me. But aside from that, pretty safe. It was fun. I like the puzzle solving aspect of bouldering. I feel like it's much easier to kind of use your muscles and do like sort of strength work like that when you have like a goal that you're trying to get to. It's why I like hiking so much, in that like if you ask me to just like lift weights, I'm gonna get bored very quickly, but if you're like, see if you can get up that hill, that's way more fun. Had experienced friends who helped me out a lot early on, but also have an ankle that went nope from falling off a stationary bike. Rock climbing scares me, but I'll happily go skydiving. Oh man, I don't think I would. I don't know if I would like that. I feel like I have the normal fear of heights. I'm not aggressively afraid of heights, but like, I don't love them. I'd like to think that's human. I think it's something very natural and evolutionary to look off a cliff and go, ooh. I'm gonna back up now. Maybe I should sit down. I don't even know if I would go bungee jumping.
What is she hiding? Did she send you?
Not so much scared of falling as I am of falling onto rocks. Yeah.
Her secrets will be mine.
Went tandem skydiving at 16. It was amazing. Would recommend. Did bungee jumping at 14. My life was much more exciting back then. Whoa, this orb is far. Oh, there was one back there too. Ah, we're fine. It's just time walking.
Freeze! Her secrets will be mine.
We have game sound. We have game sound on. I wonder if I have music on.
Freeze!
We got tunes in here. We do. They're around.
She lies.
We are too late. Oh. Oh no.
Done 2 tandem jumps. It was awesome. Like the parachute time more than the free fall. Used to go bushwalking with my grandparents a lot when I was young. Used to love it. Where I live in Australia, there's so many awesome natural pools you can stop, swim at when bushwalking. Oh, that sounds nice. We have natural bodies of water, but it's a little cold for swimming in them unless you're like one of those people. Or it's like a really hot day. Thing I found about free falls, it doesn't feel like falling. You're going so fast, the air feels like a physical thing underneath you, like surfing on it. Oh, interesting. Seriously considered getting into paragliding? Paramotoring? I've never heard of paramotoring. What is that?
My agony is yours.
That's the whole dungeon. That's right. It's like paragliding, but you strap a propeller to your back. Oh, that's fun.
Wild magic
That made
was
my dad stop
dangerous,
skydiving as on
but
one
he
of his
meddled
jumps,
with
another
it
person's
anyway.
chute and reserve chute didn't
By
open.
the time we found
Oh,
him,
can imagine
we
what
could
happened
not
as a
stop
result.
the growth.
Yeah, that would be tough. I'm gonna... Oh, that's right. We have to go turn this, we gotta turn our flight stone in. Hi. Hi, fan. How you doing? So rare, but there's not really much to do at that point. Yeah. This way. Nope, this way.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
Alright. We got more priests. I got 2 more bonus priests. Oh, yeah. Winter Spring. Hi, Hazel. Haven't played retail since April. Have I missed anything big? Definitely a few patches.
Champion.
Big, not
Xaladath
really.
and her devouring host lay
Next major
siege to the
patch is
Sunwell.
probably going to be
The
later
light
this
has
summer.
chosen you to defend it. We desperately
think.
need your aid. Seek me
I
out.
don't know, there's content, but I feel like you can kind of take it or leave it. You're alright. My levels of squeamishness a bit skewed. Yeah, me too. Mine are skewed in the opposite direction. I'm like more squeamish than I ever have been. I used to have a greater tolerance for like brutality and gore when I was younger, and I have lost it. Either that or I never had it and I was just faking it. Trying to fit in. Rotmeyer isn't small physically. Oh yeah, that's true. He's a boss. They did a one boss raid.
For the glory of the dragons.
Oh, for a second I'm like, did I turn my crystal in already? And then I'm like, no, I haven't done the, I didn't queue up for the dungeon yet. That's right. Good, tired, finished my 8-hour Uber Eats shift. But it's good to be home. I may return when the next big patch happens, if I like the response. Yeah, we'll see. I bet it'll be fun in some ways and fine in others. I'm looking forward to the housing changes. Pets and housing is going to be kind of big. Just give me the starter build, actually. And then this is fine. I don't even think I picked hero talents on my other character. I think I forgot. Had to get used to it when training at a major trauma hospital. Facial injuries still get to me. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, I have 2 prayer bending buttons. I love how fast healer queues are. I'm gonna be twiddling my thumbs when I get through my priests. 11 Dragonflight Timewalking dungeons. Pity got no leveling left to do. I've been having fun doing them for badges. I think it's telling that there's no dungeon in this rotation that I'm kind of like disappointed when I get. There's no place that I zone into where I'm like, oh man, not here. Holy fire? I do. Keybinds are all over the place. I feel like in WoW I really just want to get like a lot of Time War badges, and I want to farm rares for mounts. I want to farm midnight rares for mounts. I'd love to get to 8 of 8, but who knows how long that could take. Game looks really good. You maxed out? No, I keep a lot of stuff turned down. I really prioritize smoothness of frame rate over fidelity. Or just like, I don't know, here I'll show you. I play at native 4K. But then I keep a lot of things turned way down. I've got shadows on low, particles on good, a lot of things just kind of medium here. I keep ground clutter basically off, detail, you know, just like a lot of things kind of low to medium. And that is partly because I'm streaming the game on the same graphics card that's running it. So even though it's a 3080, I don't want to like ask too much of it when it also has to encode the stream. I prefer to, I want to prioritize performance, so I just keep stuff turned down that I don't feel like I need. Looks good to me, even at low settings. The downscaling from 4K might help it out a little bit. I've never been quite, I guess I could check to see what it looked like if I looked at the stream VOD, but on my monitor, I'm looking at it in 4K. I've kind of gotten used to that. Yeah, I like Bracken Knight. I like, I dig it just for the voice acting alone. They call me Clever Meat. And I kick my feet. Amazed to see these dungeons have some missed achievements. I'm surprised that I have all the transmog. I kind of thought I would be getting transmog appearances, but I must have done these a lot at the time. Doesn't feel like these dungeons were that long ago, so the nostalgia hit was minimal. Some of them I fully forgot about. Halls of Infusion, and I guess to some extent this one, were completely gone from my brain. I was in the process of deleting those files when I walked back in here, and I'm like, really? This is a thing? That's right. Didn't keep that one around in the archives. Woo. much to do. Like Gandalf through the halls of Moria. I feel the same. My monitor is 4K. I've got a 4K LG monitor. It's only 27 inches, but it is a monitor. The refresh rate is not super high. I think it's 60 hertz. So any frame rate above 60 FPS is kind of meaningless to me. And I cap everything at 60 FPS. Because that's what I'm streaming and making videos at. I'm sure that if I was just gaming for me and I wasn't doing any content at all, I would probably do a 1440p monitor at 120 or even higher. And maybe an ultra wide, probably not an ultra wide. If I was just going for like personal performance enjoyment, but I feel like graphics don't matter to me as much as I think they do. Like when you're thinking about it and you're looking at comparisons, you'll be like, yeah, this one looks better. But when I'm actually playing the game, I'm thinking about anything but the graphics. The only thing I want from graphics is smooth performance. I just don't want it to stutter. Everything else I could care less about. The actual appearance of it doesn't really matter as long as the gameplay is good. Mine is a 4K 55-inch TV. Holy. Do you have a hard time, I would have a hard time, like, I guess depending on how far it is from you, seeing all of the UI elements without, like, either turning your head or just having them show up kind of small. Kind of hard to believe it's almost been 4 years since Dragonflight released, right? Goes kind of fast. Nordrasil, thank you very much for the 24-month resub. 2 years at tier 3. So, a while ago, you said you would be a Woodlands Fae or something, and I still love that. Modestat. So shout out to Micadin. Shout out Clotrimazole. You know what game I've noticed is getting an uptick in players? Is it Cookie Clicker? I have a feeling it's not Cookie Clicker. Heroes of the Storm, really? Last one, ask. Pardon me, sorry. Hey guys, put an end to me upgrading and messing with my computer all the time, though. Yeah. I'm seeing if I can ride out the bubble. I mean, I don't, as long as my PC's working for me and my needs, I don't feel any need to mess with it. But I'm gonna see if I can ride out the bubble before I have to replace anything. I've got one PC from 2018 and I've got one PC from 2021. 2020, 2021. And that's what we're gonna do. But it's been working. Kind of reached a point where I don't really need it to do more. I always wondered how long I've been here. In total.
I'll clip your wings.
It's like a Twitch version of Slash Played. I don't know. Some people have watch time, but I think maybe it's a bot that does that. I don't think it's something that I have. Head goes all over the screen. Sometimes I miss chat stuff, but that can be a positive when pugging because of toxicity. With a 55-inch TV for a monitor. Some people use all kinds of crazy setups. I remember back in Cataclysm, I played a Resto Druid, and I played a BM Hunter, and I was doing twos. Those are not relevant facts, by the way. I was doing twos. I was pugging 2v2 arena. So I was pugging arena partners. And I remember thinking I was like really cool, and I looked back and I was probably like 1200. But I was playing a BM Hunter, and I pugged this other BM Hunter to do twos with. And we thought we'd really crack the code. And it was like this older guy who was really friendly. I think I'm disconnecting or something. I don't know if Chargath is doing much here. And I remember him telling me that he played WoW on a laptop with just the trackpad while reclining on his big ol' easy chair. He had like a lazy boy recliner situation, and he had a laptop on his lap, and he would do arena with just the laptop and like a trackpad. And this was like 2011, maybe 2012. So these were not even particularly new trackpads. Power to you. That's the life. But a really cool 1200. Yeah. Sometimes I think I had it right back then. That PvP would be really fun if I just tried really hard and didn't look at the rating at all. Hi! Oh dear. You can just compost that. Yeah, it's fine. Tuna managed to fish a piece of plant that was growing out of the back of an aquarium out of it, and rather than try and... I think it was... we don't need that one, it's fine. It was stealing nutrients from the in-tank plants anyway. Known people that would tank in Battleground with just a trackpad. It was wild. Yeah, I don't know how you manage it, especially in Arena with how quickly you need to move your character and your camera and stuff. Sometimes I feel like Arena would be really fun if I just committed to being horrific at it and I had no expectations of doing anything better. Like at a super low rating where people are doing effectively random things and you've just kind of reached like monkeys on typewriters levels of gameplay. That could be fun. And you can still earn like vicious amounts there. The problem is that if you start winning and then you climb rating, then you're gonna get people that are like trying hard and then you have to sweat and like that's no fun. No one wants to sweat. Don't know how people play in first person perspective. Someone must. Someone out there is playing WoW as an immersive RPG. I have a 2.5-inch SSD that I never put in my newest build sitting here. Bought it for around $300 and it now sells for $1,400. Holy. That's funny. I never even thought of that. I have a couple of extra SSDs around. They're probably worth more than they were at one point, too. I'm just happy all my stuff has been working for a while. I used to have computer issues pretty often. And it's occurring to me, knock on wood, everything's been just, like, fine. The only issues are really, like, when... like a audio source gets switched, which is just gonna happen every once in a while. I haven't been worried that I need to like replace anything or that anything's burning out or whatever. Morning Hazel. Good morning Timmy. How you doing today? Happy 4th to you. Worth their weight in gold now. Yeah. I'm gonna complain about something for a second. It's very... I have no one to blame but myself for this. I bought a stack of legal pads at one point. And I used one of them. I used them for making like lists and for kind of like writing up like a daily plan. Like I kind of use them as like a disposable bullet journal when I need like a big page to do it on. And I finished a pad. And I can't find the rest of them. And I know I bought a pack of like 10 of them. And I know I only used one. And I know I wouldn't get rid of them, so they must be somewhere. But I've been through all of my closets. I've been through all of my storage things. I've taken everything out of that gray chest behind me at least twice. I don't know what I've done with them. And it's kind of messing me up because I want to use them to like organize myself. And I've been making my list on other paper, which is not what I want. Because I have issues apparently. And the fact that I can't find this stack of legal pads is kind of driving me batty. I should just buy more of them. They're not that expensive. But, like, I know I have new ones somewhere. I remember buying them and being like, oh, this is satisfying. I have, like, 10 of them. This is going to last me for years. Driving me crazy. What did I do with them? Yeah, buy more of these. They will turn up. And I mean, they're consumable, so it's, you're right, I should just buy more, but like, oh my gosh, it's been driving, I literally lost an entire workday once, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna focus. All I have to do is find this paper, and then I can make my list, and I got so hung up on looking for the paper, I didn't do anything else that day. I spent my entire afternoon ripping my house apart looking for these legal pads. Found a bunch of other stuff, At least I know where some of the stuff is. But it's like, I'm way too hung up on it. It's making me crazy. What could I have possibly done? They're not even small. It's, what did I do? Plus, like, we moved last year. And I definitely had them post-move. I think. Tuna ate them. Check your car? I don't think they ever would have been in the car. I don't think they ever hit the car. Because I didn't pick them up in the car. Blame movers. Yeah, I guess so. I feel like I had them post-move, but maybe not. I almost feel like I remember unpacking them, but I like can't pin down the memory. And I like have other paper. It's not like I can't write anything down. But I don't know. I'm just getting hung up on like a technicality. It's probably just a fancy way of procrastinating. I've discovered in my life that I am not a digital to-do list kind of person. The only digital list that I can keep up with is a grocery list. I'll make grocery lists on my phone, but any other thing, if I make it in a file on a computer or a phone or something like that, the moment I close the file, it's gone from my brain and I will never look at it again. I need something to physically resurface in my life if I'm going to have any kind of loyalty to it. Not to start drama, but are they in Flabby's office? I don't think so. They could be, but I feel like I've looked through that stuff because he was looking for something at one point. And I went and looked through the stuff we'd packed from his desk. I'll just play more. You don't have Microsoft to do? No. I don't like a digital list. I like a paper organization with a pen. It makes me feel a little bit like school, which I think was the last time I was actually productive, was like middle school. Not even high school. I was pretty lazy in high school. I feel like the last time I sat down and focused was approximately grade 8. And I need to start a paper by writing the date at the top left-hand corner of it to bring me back there. Hazel, are the family battler things difficult to do? Difficult? No. Time-consuming? Yes. It's one of those things that's just like grindy. None of the fights are particularly hard, but depending on how many pets you have leveled, you might need to level a bunch of pets for them. If you have all the pets leveled, it's just a lot. It's just data entry. It's just a lot of doing the pet battle. I have all the pets for them, and I'm still kind of washed out of it because I just stopped doing it every day. It's like 120 pet battles, different strategies you have to complete. So even with correct pets, you also kind of need to have the stamina to keep doing that. Might have found the only person who was focused in grade 8. That was about the last time. It was all downhill from there. I have a soft spot for like paper stationery and stuff. I like having a paper calendar hung up in my kitchen that I use to post like appointments and stuff on so that I can kind of walk by it. Like I'll also put appointments in my phone, but that's just kind of for the automated reminder. I never look at my phone calendar, but I'll look at the kitchen one when I walk by it. Except that I bought like a really cheap calendar this year and I kind of regret it because it's super flimsy and they hole punched it. And I could probably fix this with a real hole punch in like 10 seconds, but they hole punched it like right next to the edge of the paper. So every time you hang it up on its little nail, it just rips through and then it takes you back to April. Like it's been showing me April for months. Because it's just like a little bit torn. I should probably just find a hole punch. Or just like stab it with a stake to make a hole farther down in the picture. So that it can actually hang up with the correct thing. Because I spent ages putting like a year's worth of like trash pickup days onto it. And now I can't even see it. Yeah, the hole punch is probably... It literally probably is right under the legal pads, because I used to do a thing where after every day of making a list, I would tear off the page of the pad, I would hole punch it, I would put it in a binder, mostly just to feel like I accomplished something. I wouldn't really refer back to them aside from maybe scrolling through them for nostalgia and like, oh man, look at when I did that raid guide or whatever. I mostly wouldn't refer back to my old to-do lists, but I would still store, like, archive them. And I had a binder for that too, and I don't know where that... It's probably all together. It's probably in one spot somewhere. 5 minutes after you buy new ones, you'll find them. Make a pilgrimage to like a Staples or something.
An embarrassment of riches.
In the hair. Thank you very much. I like it more now that it's had a couple of washes and it's faded out a little bit. I forgot that that happens to me whenever I dye my hair and it's super vivid. I don't like it. I need it to like desaturate a bit and fade before I actually feel like I'm enjoying it. Happens every time. Good news is that it reliably will fade. It's not staying as vivid as it was. It's just science. Family Battler was going to be the first thing I aimed for when I get back in the game. Spent my whole life passively collecting leveling pets, never dove fully into it. Well, it's a big achievement with some cool rewards that I bet not a lot of people have. Kind of a unique thing to have accomplished. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? What time is it? 10:20? Let's do... I got one more priest. Yeah, I'll do one more dungeon. What's your hair like at the back? What is it like at the back? It's also pink. I'm hoping, anyway. I had Flabby help me with the hair dye, so hopefully it's like at least a little bit even.
Siege to the Sunwell. The light
I don't know. I think I'm misunderstanding the question. What's
defend
your hair
it.
like at the back?
We desperately
You got
need
ghosts
your
back
aid.
there?
Seek me out,
Those
and the
spooky
light
spiders?
will bear you to Quelden us.
Back of my hair, never my problem. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Back of my hair is nobody's business. It's got secrets. They're secret from me, even. Is it time to get up and level my ults? It's time walking time. This was a priest that I made for... I made it for Inscription, and I made it during Legion Remix. And that's why he's got an aquatic name. He's named after a type of freshwater shrimp. Oh boy, his bars are a mess. Oh dear, oh dear. This. Luckily, you don't need an awful lot of buttons for priest. That'll do. Oh, instant kill. After this, we'll have to get to Voldraken and turn in the thing. Sometimes I miss having the super short hair. It was just so easy to shower and then just rub it kind of dry with a towel and then move on with your life. One day. Maybe when I'm retired or something. For me. Make sure we've got lots of dialogue sound on for this one. This is my favorite dungeon for dialogue. Yeah, it's turned up. Hello, Hazel and everyone. I really enjoy your stream. Been watching for many years. One question: when you go out in public, are you recognized? I have been before. Not since I moved back to Canada, though. And especially not now, because I moved to a pretty rural place. There's not a lot of people here. And the odds of them being familiar with World of Warcraft content creators is... I'm sure it's technically possible, but it's low. If anyone's recognized me, they haven't said anything. I'm pretty anonymous around my parts. People probably know my dog more than me. But I was recognized in public a couple times when I lived in Oregon. More people there. Heard that Canadians are super friendly. That's been my experience. Do you think it's true? I think some people are friendly. I think some people suck. I think that's true everywhere. There is definitely a culture of politeness and like consideration that it's not universal, but it does exist. So that might be where people get it from. Is people just being kind of considerate to strangers as a default. Not everybody will be like that. There's jerks everywhere. But yeah. I try to be nice.
I'll pass your story along.
When I visited Canada, folks were kind. Yeah, I think there are kind and cruel people everywhere. Hard to generalize. Oh, we lost a tank. And I feel like Canadian politeness, US politeness, and UK politeness are all culturally subtly different in ways that are fascinating. Yeah, I agree with that. When I was in the States, not as a general, like a complete rule, obviously this doesn't apply to everybody, but in public, people are a little bit more just out for themselves. They're not quite as, like, kind of help a stranger as, like I feel like you're more likely to have someone, like, hold a door for you here than in the States. I remember when I first moved to Oregon, I got caught a couple times holding doors for people because I kind of expected someone to take the door for me to hold it for other people, like when a movie was letting out, and nobody did. Maybe they just thought I worked there or something, but people just kept going through the door and not taking the door, and I got stuck there until the whole theater had exited, and I was like, oh, good to know. This is different. But it was not meant unkindly, it was just like a different vibe. Family in Oregon, did you like living there? Yeah, it was beautiful. I liked the nature and the walks in the parks. I didn't get out much and go very far. For most of the time that I lived there, I didn't drive. So I was just kind of whatever I could walk to from my apartment was where I would mostly go. I only learned to drive in like the last year or two that I lived there.
Meat thieves. Kill them. Ruin them. Destroy
I spent a lot of time inside playing WoW, to be honest. But it was nice. Things are big there. I remember being in a Fred Meyer being like, this is massive. Why is this so huge? We have big stores. We have big stores here too. But like in Victoria especially, things are a little smaller and there's a lot more like really tiny places because the real estate's just super expensive and there's not a lot of geographical space, so things are less likely to be just big in square footage there. When I grab doors for others, I get more surprised faces than oh thank you faces.
Now I have a...
Here, come for us, meat thieves. We ripped you apart. What you waiting for?
I'm just thinking about Oregon. I'm trying to think of anything else that like I really enjoyed there. I really got to know the neighborhoods that I lived around because I walked around them a lot, so I kind of get to see how they look through different seasons and which places had trees that would bloom, which parks would get ducks at certain times of the year. I walked really far. I got a lot of steps back in those days.
Let me show you a good trick.
Miss the fries. It was always such a wasteland whenever I went. I used to go buy a fries to get the Pokemon Go gym there. I would like kind of loiter in front of it. And there was like never anybody there. It was the only activity was people like fighting over the Pokemon Go stop. And I would go in every once in a while because it was nice. I had one fairly nearby to where I lived, and it was nice because if I did have like a a tech issue, like a monitor broke or I needed a cable or something, I would just I was able to. It was kind of a long walk, but I could walk there. And it was always so strange because like they had like big sections for different things, but they also had like perfume sections, toys. Like they tried selling all kinds of weird things that weren't really their category, and they had so much floor space. I feel like the overhead must have been crazy. It just doesn't really make sense in a modern ecosystem anymore. Hello, Hazel. Hope you're enjoying your gameplay today. Thank you, Sovereign Violet. I am. I'm getting a kick out of time walking. Price was empty in the last few years before it died. When I lived in the Bay Area 20 plus years ago, they were always super busy. So many DVDs. Time walking kind of great for leveling. That's what I hear. I'm doing 1 dungeon per character on like a lot of alts, and my goal is just to get as many time walking badges as I can. I want badges to shop at the vendor. I'm getting a little bit of experience, but my queue times are going to slow down because this is my last priest. I'm moving on to, I think, mages and warlocks after this. It's gonna have to wait in some DPS queues. I used to like go into Fred Meyer and like wandering through the gardening section, and I would get like seeds in little flower pots and potting soil, and I would carry potting soil home, and then I would like plant my little seeds and water them, and I would grow like a little pepper in like a flower pot. That was kind of fun. I didn't know anything about gardening, but it was just fun doing it anyway. I almost missed the whimsy of it. Like my garden's doing better now, but there's a little less discovery because I guess there's lots of other things I can grow for the first time, but there's nothing quite like being young and being like, oh my god, it's sprouting! Look! My plant was born today! You're pointing at like a tiny little like white fiber in the soil, and people are looking at you like, if you say so. Sure. Live in Oregon now, didn't even know there used to be fries here. Remember that feeling of going to a Wajimaya when I was a kid? Interesting different foods. I loved Wajimaya. I loved it. It was so good. It was also like a really affordable place to get some things that I kind of struggle to get affordably now. Like there's stuff that I can get here, but it's just expensive. I also always liked looking through like the Korean beauty section or like the Chinese teaware. I feel the same way when I started Seas for the first time myself. I felt like it was one of my greatest accomplishments. I used to be so obsessed. I would check them every day. I probably fussed over them too much. I feel like a lot of things do better with a little bit of neglect. But it was just so fun because when you're watching them every day, you can really see every new leaf they put on, and it all feels like a revelation. Hungry. Someone make Dreammouth some breakfast. Oh.
Get back!
You killed Dreammouth. Strong meat.
Strong meat. How are your gardens doing? My tomatoes are just starting to set fruit, and I'm highly excited about it. If everything goes well, I'm gonna have to look up some recipes for making tomato sauce. Because I have some paste tomatoes that I feel like are gonna be really good for tomato sauce. I think that's the point of them. I just gotta make sure I water them consistently enough. I have a bad habit of only remembering to like really water a plant when I notice it's really thirsty, which is usually too late for something like fruit. Or like you'll end up splitting them by like not watering them enough, and then you water them a lot at once, and then they try to grow too fast, and then they go. Plant some zucchini and cucumbers. Oh, nice. I didn't do zucchini, but I heard that zucchini is like the free vegetable to plant where like it will make tons of zucchini. And if you like zucchini at all, it's just going to happen. In the summer in the city, I would always end up getting zucchini from like neighbors or like someone's coworker's friend had a bunch of them that they were giving away, and there was so much of it that it filtered all the way down to me. If bugs do not get it, that is true. Squash bugs, the bane of my existence. Let me know if you need a time walking partner. Sprinting as well. Fresh runs 17 at the moment. Oh, nice.
So easy with Ray.
I'm probably gonna just keep solo queuing. He's a very kind offer though. Even if you don't like zucchini, it finds its way to you. I don't mind zucchini. My problem is I don't really love it, so I don't end up getting motivated to make stuff out of it. Like, I like zoodles, but I would rather have noodles. I like zoodles, but they trick me with their lack of carbs, and then I'm still hungry, and I'm like, well, what did I cook for? What was the point of that? Why make dinner if still hungry? And then zucchini bread is nice, but also so is regular bread. It's kind of the same thing. The nicest way I found to have zucchini was just to grill planks of it and then have them just with like some salt and lemon juice or like a little sauce or something. Just like straight up grilled planks of zucchini. That's good. Get a little sear on it. Bugs do get it. Bonus high protein zucchini. High protein zucchini. I feel that way sometimes when I'm just eating raspberries out of my garden. Is when I first started doing it, I was like very carefully inspecting each berry for bugs before I ate it, and now I'm just kind of like and then if I figure if I eat a bug, hopefully it's small enough that I don't notice. As long as I don't stick a wasp into my mouth, I'll be okay. Zucchini fritters, 15 out of 10. Zucchini fritters. Like an apple fritter? Like a donut? There's gotta be some other use for that word. It can't possibly be a donut. I got a chipmunk named Theodore eats all my berries. Yo, Theo, why can't you share? If I ate a bug, protein. If I eat bugs, am I still a pescatarian? Or do we need another modifier?
Everything rots away in the end. I control the
We have some kind of a critter living in one corner of the yard, and I don't know what it is, and I kind of forgot that I was going to try to set up a camera to find out.
and eat its bones.
It hasn't caused any problems yet. It's like, there's like a burrow in one corner that's kind of like behind some bushes, and there's like a little trail. I don't know, it might be like a weasel or raccoons or something. It's too small to be a bear. It's too small to be a bear. It's probably raccoons. Or something bigger than the raccoon but smaller than the bear. Bigger than a bunny.
Your corpses will spread the rats.
I gotta just set up a trail cam. I have one, I just need to grab a card for it. It's probably just a druid back there. How terrifying. You set up the camera, you realize it's a person. It's just been a very small person this entire time. We'll learn to make the mushroom and zucchini that Panda Express uses. Mushroom and zucchini what? Just mushrooms and zucchini? Panda Express uses mushroom and zucchini? I haven't eaten there in a long time.
This
We don't have that here.
obeys me.
What do they put it on? Shredded zucchini, flour, egg, shape them in little patties, and fry them. Ooh, that does sound kind of good. I've never met Theodore, but I love Theodore.
No, I will not
I'm sorry, he eats all your berries.
The rats will come for
We don't have chipmunks here on the island, but we used to have them in Oregon, and they're so cute with their little stripe.
Your withered bones, your homes.
Yeah, that boss used to be tough in Mythic Plus.
everything.
The first boss used to be really hard in Mythic Plus. I remember the first boss felt really overtuned. They use it for their mushroom chicken, but we just use it as a side dish. Not too bad. Okay. We need to go to, I need to go to Valdrakken. I keep forgetting this guy's horde. He's a Nightborn? Is that what they call him? He's a Suramar elf? I guess he's horde. So if I want to go to Valdrakken, we're going to take this portal and then the Valdrakken portal, and then we're all set. Dragons. I like these big blue Valdrakken flame mages because that's how I find the portal. They're like the most noticeable mage casters. Transmog's always on point. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I kind of take pride in it. I don't feel like my transmogs are very original, but I feel like I always like them. Sometimes they're full sets and sometimes they're not. But I'm always feeling the vibe, and I think that's the important thing. Not gonna lie though, I wear a lot of trading post. I wear a lot of trading post mog. Nothing wrong with that.
The aspects have returned. Glory to all.
Alright, so
dragons.
I'm gonna take a quick midstream break, and when I get back... Oh, I should get in queue first, because it's gonna be a DPS queue. We're taking... Void Elf Mage. Kind of a crazy weapon. Is trading post items a faux pas for transmog sets? I don't know, actually. I don't think so. I feel like they're a little bit of a bummer sometimes, just because if someone asks me where I got something, they can't get it like immediately, especially if it's from like it's a past month. It might be something you'd have to wait in order to get access to. So they're not very shareable. It's not like, oh, you can just get it from this raid kind of thing. Alright, so we're gonna turn cooldown manager off. I'm a mage, so I can just kind of port myself to Valdrakken. But in the meantime, I'm just going to get myself into a DPS queue, and I'm going to hope that I can make it out and back before my queue actually pops. I also got to switch out my headphones. I think I must have missed my queue. But I had to come steal a baby since the babies are at a jail. I had to come grab the other one. Thank you. I had to grab the other one to show you and to come for a quick visit because you guys saw Tuna earlier and you didn't see my friend Tiki. Ow! Don't bite my nose, please. He likes to bite the tip of my nose. He doesn't do it very hard. Ow! Okay. Alright. It's just startling because he puts one tooth in your nose. And I don't know if that's necessary. Mwah. Hi, baby boy. He's a little baby. He's a good kid. Look how shiny. Look how shiny good coat look. You've had such a glow up, my friend. Yeah, he's all black. There you are. Hi. I should get back in queue, huh? Oh, I don't have my new headphones on. You wanna cuddle? He does really cute trills. He kind of coos. Hi, you gonna sit on my lap? Hi. He's a good boy. I love them both so much. They're both so sweet and they're so themselves. And he looks so pretty now. He looked a little scrungly when we first brought him home. He looked a little... Let me see if I can find some pictures. Tiki, we're gonna do a before and after. Hang on. We can also port ourselves to Valdrakken always doing biscuits. He's doing stomps. Let me see. Uh-oh. Having a hard time connecting over here. You were so little. You were so small. Oh, yeah. So, like... Here's what he looked like when we first brought him home. It was, what, a month and a half ago? 2 months ago? Your coat was super rough, because your worms were taking all your nutrition. He had, like, an eye infection, he had a cold. He was having a tough time. He was just a little scraggle muffin, huh? You were so little and you were all worm belly. And he's so pretty now. You're so pretty and shiny. Your coat filled out. They were rescued from a hoarding situation. So both Tuna and Tiki are cousins, and they were from the same trailer where I don't know how many cats they pulled out of it, but my understanding is it wasn't good. He's doing so good now. You're such a sweetie pie. Hi. This guy really likes... We've got a toy that kind of mimics a bird. It's like a little feather thing on like a wire that bounces around. And he goes like feral for it. He's so fast. It's a good job you're an inside cat because the birds would not be safe. The birds would not make it. If we ever end up with a mouse in the house, you're going to be on top of it. Isn't he gorgeous? Isn't he so beautiful? Hi. He's so sweet. They both are. They're both like sweet in different like ways. But they both like cuddles and they both like laps and they both do lots of biscuits. Tiki's got really pretty eyes. No cute, just cuddle. Ringworm been defeated. Yeah, we're looking good. We're still gonna treat them for another week, just in case. But they're both in good shape. Let's go. Good stops. Thanks, buddy. Not me sitting here saying, I have 4 cats. I can't have more. I have 4 cats. I can't have more. I know. They're so fun. They're so sweet. I love them so much. We were talking about how we couldn't imagine having more than 1 cat, and then we got 2 cats, and then we're like, well, 2 is good. I can't really afford more than 2 because they're expensive. These 2 have been expensive, and then even just feeding them is a lot. But like, if I was like super rich, I would for sure just have like, I don't know, maybe 1 more cat. How many cats is too many cats? 4, 3, 5? As long as everyone's getting along. 2 is a good number. And then you come up with the name? We had big lists on the last version of that legal pad before I lost the rest of them. We had big lists of names. Here, I guess I can actually, while I'm just sitting here, we can do big screen so Mr. Cutie can be on camera. We were coming up with Tiki's name a little bit more last minute because we were originally brainstorming a name for Tuna's brother, but he didn't make it. So we ended up getting Tiki instead. Not last minute, but kind of last minute, because we really wanted to bring home a second cat with Tuna so that they could bond and be kittens together. And Tiki was related and close to the same age. Tiki's about a month older than Tuna. So we didn't have as much time to come up with a name for him. I mean, I guess we could have taken as long as we wanted, but I felt bad. He only didn't have a name for like a day or 2 at home, and I'm like, it's not fair that you don't have a name. I can't just keep calling you the other one. That sucks. Oh, hi, sweetie. He laid down. Matter how many cat boxes you want to empty. We've been doing pine litter, and I've been a big fan because it's actually affordable for once in my life, and it doesn't scatter and leave as much dust. It doesn't make nearly as much of a mess. I used to use corn litter, and the pine litter makes way less mess, and it's so much cheaper. So shout out to you guys for letting me get away with that. And I just have to sift it every day, and then things don't smell, which is nice. But yeah, it would be a lot of sifting, and it would be a lot of litter with like a lot more cats for sure.
Aspects watch over you.
Have to rock your crazy cat lady title.
The Isles have awakened.
Hi, Biscuits.
Guard against chaos.
Hi, Mr. Biscuits. Thanks for being a good sport. I kind of woke him up to bring him over here, but he's been very game. Ow! Why you bite me? I bite you too. Pine litter. P-I-N-E. Pine pellet litter. I don't think it has to be pine. I think any softwood pellet. They're the same kind of pellets that people burn in pellet stoves. And it works kind of the opposite of a clumping cat litter. So instead of clumping up when a cat pees on it, it actually falls apart into sawdust. And then a sifting box is used to sift that sawdust, which is the used litter, out. And then the dry pellets remain behind, and then they can keep using those. Yeah. And you can buy them from hardware stores, you can buy them from like equestrian or like livestock places because they'll sell them as horse bedding, so they're much cheaper than basically any other kind of cat litter. The main drawback is that it's a bit of a different system, so it's kind of different to get used to, and not all cats like them. So I was lucky that these guys were babies, and I was able to kind of be like, here's your litter, and they were like, oh, okay, I guess that's fine, sure. Okay, I don't really know how to do any damage here, but that's okay. We have one button if it comes to it. Also, I have a bunch of buttons in my bar that aren't useful, not helpful. Got one of the sieve mats, 90% less cat litter all over the floor. I used to have one, but my problem was, how do you get the cat litter out of the sieve mat? Does it just fill up forever? It kind of like just got cat litter in it and then it smelled, and I found like it drove me nuts that I couldn't clean it because the whole point of it was to trap cat litter, which meant it was hard to get cat litter out of it. Like it never ever looked clean. That used to drive me crazy about that.
Please,
back when I had corn litter for Kira. Most sieve mats I've seen separate. Oh, that would have been better. That would have made more sense. Yeah, I might just one button this, because I don't know what I'm doing. Open at one end. Oh, that's clever. Yeah, I did not have one like that. Mine must have been too cheap. Hi, baby boy. You're so cute. You're so sweet and cute. I've been having, since they got out of their jail, it's been a bit of a project trying to keep them from eating Moose's food.
Wait,
Because they want his dog kibble.
Too much life magic. What are you doing?
Which is, it's large breed dog kibble. It's objectively less nutritious and tasty than cat food.
What is that
They get
thing?
like canned
This is
wet
your
cat
fault.
food. And they like that, and they eat it, but they're also like, but what about that dog kibble? And it's like a single one of Moose's kibbles is like the size of their whole mouth. But like they're always after it. It's been a project. They'll get over it eventually, but oh yeah, that's right, I have to stick. Yeah, cat's out of jail. We buzzed for that. Hidden cat box things that look like furniture, sieve mats on the inside. Cats walk across them to get out of the box. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Just press one
Thank
button.
you so much for your help.
As long as I never open up the damage meter, I'll never know to what degree I'm contributing.
Not trying too hard.
What
Never
an
would.
overgrown statement.
I wonder how big they're gonna get. Schrodinger's DPS, right? As long as the transmog looks good. A lot of people use one button assist. For something like this, where it's time walking and you're just running an alt through that you don't really know how to play anyways, I feel like it's kind of life-saving. It must be better than whatever I would be doing making it up on my own.
Doing here?
I don't even know what some of these buttons are. Never heard of Arcane Pulse. Tiki's watching the screen too, but he's just kind of doing it from my lap. All calmly. You like the flashy stuff? These guys love toys. They go crazy for the springs. the plastic springs for cats that they can bat around, they both go nuts for those. I have to keep fishing them out from under stuff.
All right. Now we need to clear out the big one. I will
But like you
activate
can
the
throw one of
goals for
those in a
Lishra.
room that has no
That
cats
is
in it, and you will
Tarantos
summon
for
2
you soft
cats.
skins. Use them to get her attention.
I am just running game sound. I have game music looping. That's just the music from Elgathar. I think Time Walking is the perfect place for a 1-button rotation.
Huh? At least we know that works. Watch yourselves.
Mine loves ponytail holders and the ring off the milk jug. Yeah. I've been taking my ponytail holders away from them because I don't want them to eat them, and I'm not sure to what degree they would be capable of eating them. I know that cats can eat stuff like that. They're pretty big. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being too nervous about that. I'm just like new kitten mom again. I just need them to be healthy. Steal mine off the nightstand, find them all over the house. I'm in trouble with that because I lose them all over the house anyway. That's kind of how I handle hair styling accessories, is I just lose them in enough crevices of the house that whenever I want like a hair tie or something, I can just go stick my hand down the nearest crevice and be like, okay, here it is. You need a ponytail holder, you need a bobby pin, you need a scrunchie, and you can just kind of like look under your chair and at any given chair in the house. We'll absolutely eat them and then throw them out. Yeah, I'll probably keep taking them away then. They haven't done that yet, but I don't want them to try. Nice little babies, stay healthy, huh? You guys need a break. You just need to be good for a bit, huh? Hi, handsome. They're both so snuggly. I don't know what I did to get such cuddly cats. Maybe it's just because they're babies. What if they grow out of it? What if they get bored of me? That's how negative I am, is I was cuddling with one of them, and Tuna was like giving me the head bumps and the purrs and the whole business, and I'm like, what if this is just because they had been in jail, and now, what if they get over it and they don't like me anymore? What if this is just novelty? You know, what if they move on? I'm sure they'll still like me. They also don't have to. I'll still love you guys even if you don't love me. It is unconditional. Hi. It's nice though. It's nice. Oh, there you go. Buddy works at the ER vet clinic. Just make them sociable. Yeah. Make them sociable. Give food, they will love you. We do bring you lots of food.
Please excuse the
No,
mess.
I can't give
It has
them
been
treats
quite
right
some
now
time
because their
since
tummies were
students have
so
been
touch and
here.
go that you're
I'm
kind of
just
on a
putting
strict
together
only
my
your
lesson
food
plan.
diet. I guess only your food and any of Moose's kibble you managed to squeeze. Cat was so cuddly as a kitten, then didn't want to be near me during his teenage phase, but he's back to cuddly again as an adult. It's funny, is it too cool for mom phase?
Here we are. Long
Did have a
ago,
cat that took 6 years to
members
warm
of
up to me. She
Blue
preferred the
Dragon
boys.
Flight
And then all the boys
accidentally
moved out, and it
overloaded an
was my
arcane
turn.
elemental and created a powerful construct named Veximus. that
We were
had
waiting to see
quickly
if the cats
started
turned out to have like a
wreak havoc.
preference. Because we have 2 kittens, and there's me and my husband, and we wanted to see if the cats like picked a person or not. And as far as I can tell, they both love us both a lot. I don't think they actually have like a strong preference. They both give us both the love.
Began manifesting powerful arcane bombs in order to drive back the dragons.
I am gonna have to be more on top of keeping my PC clean though. Because not only is there more cat hair in the ecosystem, but both cats seem to really like sitting on top of the PC, which I'm pretty sure is near the air intake, and I feel like that's gonna be a problem.
As as the dragons
Gonna need to keep an eye on that if I want to keep this BC from burning out. Just gets infested with cat hair. It's fun to see how their personalities develop. An office air filter, right? Running the vacuum every day has helped so much, it's crazy. I don't know how I lived with that one. Had a kitten that would like to hang out in my beard. Nowhere else, just sit in a chair, lean back, and he would just split right there in my chest and my beard. Hope you're doing well, love the new hair color, thank you very much. There's nothing quite like having a kitty fall asleep on you. Build a platform that gives some space between them and the PC. I think that they like sitting on it because it's warm. I think that's... I'd have to block off that spot completely if I didn't want them there. Which I'm sure I could do. See if it causes an actual problem or not. RoboVac runs an autopilot every day. Would probably be a big help. Well, that's what I have. I have a robot vacuum that I run every day. It makes a massive difference. It's not so much that the cats shed a lot. It's that my dog sheds a lot. Moose is a magnificent beast. He is a beautiful boy. He has a big fluffy double coat. And as much as I brush him and I de-shed him and I undercoat rake him, he's just gonna shed. He's just one of those dogs. And you kind of got to vacuum every day if you want to be on top of it. Want one of those so badly. It's kind of awesome. They're kind of awesome. I remember when I first started shopping for one, I was thinking, I'm so bummed out by technology. It feels like the progress of technology has done nothing but make everything worse for the last, like, 10 years. I want something that has actually gotten good in the last 10 years. And it occurred to me or crossed my path that robot vacuums have come a long way in the last 10 years. And are actually much more useful. And they have been useful, but like they're much better at stuff than they used to be. And I'm sure for some people it doesn't make a big difference, but I was kind of drowning in pet hair and I only had the stamina to vacuum once a week, and it definitely needs doing more often than that, so shout out RoboVacs. My healer ship is the same. I can't even be mad. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew I wanted a big fluffy dog. It was on my list. I'm used to it. I feel like it is kind of my destiny, but the vacuum helps a lot. Let my cousin borrow mine one time, and now everyone in my family has RoboVacs. I have like the perfect house for one too. I have one floor and like no carpet. And I mean, they do fine in carpet. And you can even have them do multiple floors if you like carry them up and down and have different maps and stuff, but yeah, no. Does a bang up job. Finally got a robot vacuum. It came yesterday. My floors have never been this clean. Have a dog and 4 cats.
Oh dear. It seems the parameters I wove into my out-of-office spell were a bit extreme. Thank you for all your help in getting
Turn that in, and then I think we're on to another mage. Older dog spooning me right now. Aww. Give pets for me. Tiki, you're right on top of the air intake, my friend. That's literally where the fan pulls air in. It is warm though, that's why he likes it. I feel like the computer's warmer than me right now. It's summer, but it's actually kind of chilly. It's a little cold today. Man, time goes fast when you're time walking. Friend bought a bougie RoboVac mop combo. 2 units work one after the other. Oh.
The aspects have returned.
That's kind of cool. Mine has like a mop built onto it, so it just vacuums and mops at the same time. Which is kind of fun because I am somebody who said that I mopped, and I owned a mop. But practically, unless there was like an actual mess to specifically clean up, I would mop my floors like once a year. Because I would vacuum them and then I'd be like, well, they look pretty good. I'm tired now. And then I would just stop thinking about it. But it turns out that when they're actually mopped, they look much nicer. Must admit, watching you do these time walking runs, I want to give them a try. You should. When we move, planning to get a RoboVac and the Robo Litter Box. You guys are going to be living in the future. Thank goodness for one button.
Champion, Zalatath and her devouring host lay
At least the mages can just take themselves right to Veldraken. Teleport. Basically the Jetsons now. How do people stick to WoW for such a long time? Always finding myself quitting after a couple weeks. It might just not be for you. I think I stick to WoW out of habit. Inertia. I don't know. I always have something comfy to do. I've just kind of always been having a nice time. I very rarely have a bad time in WoW. I'm pretty much always having at least a mild amount of fun, so it's just kind of a nice thing to do. We're going this way. Jewel crafting spec. Playing for over 20 years. Did have to take a break. Play Classic for a few years. Goals help. Yeah. Yeah, goals are always good. Mix a little Diablo in there. Yeah, I do lots of different things very seasonally. I'll do a bunch of keys for the first, like, month of a season. I'll do regular raid nights for maybe 6 weeks per raid tier. I do, like, alt leveling and collecting and mount farms, and there's housing now, and sometimes professions, and sometimes gold making. I never run out of stuff. Got so far behind in the expansions, it was disheartening. 92 here in the Capital District, New York. Gonna be 96. Supposed to be going to a friend's house for an Independence Day celebration. Don't know if I want to go out in the heat. Oh man, how long of a trip is it? Collector, mostly in old content. I think my issue is not being able to decide what to focus on. I get overwhelmed because there's so much I could do. Yeah, I feel that. I used to feel a lot of pressure to pick out the right thing to work on. Like, I'd have like 42 things I could do, and I used to be like, I need to figure out which is the best one. There must be an answer of the correct thing to work on, and I would freak myself out with that. And eventually I chilled out and I just started picking something based on vibes or even at random, because it's better to have a goal, even if it's the wrong goal, than to be like stuck in the analysis paralysis of not even knowing what to do. So I would, at a certain point, I would just grab something. A 44-minute drive. Ooh! Is your car have AC? Ooh. Wanted to have all the things, all races and classes, so I overwhelmed myself. But to put everything on a wheel, let that decide for me. You know what actually used to be super fun is the random generator alt. There's like online WoW character generators that'll get you like a random race class combo, or even like a race class spec combo, and I had fun once or twice just rolling one of those, then committing to actually leveling it. Currently leveling a new pally, clearing full expansions before moving on to the next. 93% for Outlands. What's your criteria for clearing an expansion? Are you collecting everything from it, or doing all the questing, or... Car's got AC, but... Oh, the party's outside. How cute do you feel like your hot weather outfit is? These are the things I would be thinking about. The 44-minute trip would definitely make it tough, but also I feel like it'll be so fun. Banana booby? That can't possibly be how we say that. Bananan bubby. Bananan booby. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Oh, I got a cat playing with stuff back there. If we go offline, it's because someone hit the power bar. No mount for this holiday? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a bummer. Full quest, storyline clears, rep grinds. Nice. Once I'm down to just item drops left, move on to the next X-Pack. That's a cool project. I don't think you're too old to feel cute. I always like wearing stuff that makes me, even if like I don't worry too much about if it actually looks cute. The thing is if it makes me feel cute or cool or whatever the feeling vibe that you're going for in the day. I'm old, my wife says I'm cute. My problem is that the clothes or the style that makes me feel cute changes approximately every 6 months, and I'm too cheap to shop that often, so I have to like try and figure out or rework it out of the stuff that I have. Which rare midnight mounts do you have left? 2 from Zolomon and the pangolin from, or pardon me, the Grimlinks from Herondar. Both Zolomon Mountain and the Herondar Grimlinks. Finished 3,400 yesterday after you said less thinking, more doing. Stuck with me. Ended a procrastination streak. You're partially responsible. Oh, congrats on your 3,400. I'm a little jealous. I wish my advice worked for me as well as it worked for you. Less thinking, more doing. I'll have to try that again. How do you feel about this mod? This was another remix mage. I think she was a Draenei for the sake of having jewel crafting. I've been slowly dismantling like a silicone fidget toy into pieces. I've fully punched through 2 of the bubbles, and it's got like a split now. And I feel like my fingers will not rest until I have completely turned it into rubble. Oh no, a 3rd bubble split too. I don't know why it's so satisfying. So excited for the next remix, can't even lie. How many doing the badges? Oh, I was thinking I must have hidden a bunch of stuff. Being a remix character, this character has not done very much in her days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 times 2, 75. Yep. Could probably get a Keyblade. Think that math works out. They have not announced a new remix. I think we're just kind of theorizing. I would expect them to do one in the final patch of Midnight, which would be when, like, moving into winter, Christmas time? I don't know if we know. I'm just kind of guessing. We don't know which one it would be. We're all guessing still. Things that have gotten tossed around a lot are BFA and Shadowlands. I would be happy with either of them. I don't know if that's the direction they're going though, or if that's just what people that want them for mod collecting are kind of wishfully thinking. I feel like I want BFA for nostalgia, and because Timewalking remix Island Expedition sounds kind of fun, and then I want Shadowlands just for the MOG. Because yeah, it's such a pain to get normally. Few of the collectors in my guild want Shadowlands to simplify the grind. Yeah, absolutely. Remember the other day when I was on this boss and someone left and the group wanted to backfill, and I'm like, that'd be crazy if somebody zoned in on this last boss and got their time walking credit. That's crazy. It was this exact boss. I just zoned in halfway through the final boss fight at Azrevault. This is excellent. It happened! It happened to me! Thank you very much! Fastest 200... Well, no, I won't get 275 because I would have missed out on the badges from earlier in the dungeon, but I'll still get 200. Fastest 200 time warp badges in my life. Imagine it's WAD or TBC. TBC would be crazy. WAD would be interesting. That would be... I feel like remix garrisons would be kind of fascinating to see where they take that. And another mage. Oh, and then 2 warlocks. Don't think there's enough content in WoD to justify a remix. I mean, did WoD have so much less content than MoP? A lot of the things that WoD is missing, like world quests or Mythic Plus dungeons, MoP was missing as well. And we had MoP remix just fine.
Champion, Xalatath and her devouring host lay siege to the
Are you trying to unplug my headphones?
The light has chosen you to defend it.
You.
We desperately need your aid. Seek me out, and the light will dare you to Quel'Dan us.
Not a fight. Thank you very much for the bit. WoD would be nice for the nostalgia and the memes. Happened to me once in Final Fantasy. Last boss in a dungeon, last HP points, and I was there for 1 second. Use some WAD appearances, so I wouldn't really be that mad. I feel like it wouldn't be the worst thing, but WAD appearances were also very like, I don't know, they were very zug-zug. Kind of see Wrath because of Last Titan, maybe? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I would say I don't know if they would have any overlap between something they've done in Classic and Remix. But I guess we've had Mop Classic and we've had Mop Remix. But didn't we have Mop Remix first? Here's little Tiki. How are kittens doing? They're doing much better. They're doing much better. You really miss 50 recolors of Elex and Wolves? The WAD mount models were also very stiff. They felt like kind of Happy Meal toys. Remember the tail on the Tellook mounts that looked like a water pump handle? So a little cutesy. No more sulfur. Well, still more sulfur. We're going to do sulfur bouts for another week just in case. If there was any ringworm left on them, the sulfur kind of makes it not active and contagious to some extent. So we're going to they're in for a few more. They're getting one either today or tomorrow. But you'll forgive me, right? You've gotten so good about them. It's Tuna that doesn't like it. I mean, neither of them like it, but you're much more stoic. Tuna is not very stoic. Tuna sees the tub and Tuna goes, no! He's very loud. Although I appreciate that both of them have collectively agreed that they don't need to maul us. They're not happy, but they're not violent about it. Nope, not to Vale. We're going to Valdrakken. Can I go to Valdrakken? I don't know if this character knows the teleport, actually. Might have to go to Stormwind. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Do you love me? I love you. He's really soft. He's real soft and warm. This is my only Pandaren character. She is a mage. Her name is Primrosy, which is kind of cute. She's got like the buns and little pink streaks in her bangs. And I think I had her for Pandaren Heritage Armor, and that's it. Nothing else. I remember when this gal was made. That makes one of us. I don't remember making this character. I don't know what happened. I must have blacked out. You guys still a little? You're still a little small. You guys are gonna get bigger for sure. You're such sweetie pies. Never touch mage again till the Void Elf. Yeah, I don't stick with it for very long. Once in a blue moon, I get it into my head that I'm gonna like figure out mage, and I don't. It's a lie. You see them turn Pepe into decor for player housing? You can put him around outside? I didn't. I missed that. These are teleports for next time. Tell me what you find. 6 minutes. Nice fast time walking queues today. Must be the holiday. Must be the Saturday. Some people are partying and some people are time walking partying. What's the first pet you guys are going to place in your player houses in 12.1 when you're able to put pets in your house?
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
I might have to find some kitties. I might have to put some kitties in my house. Arfus. That's a good one. I want to put chickens outside too. I gotta pick at least a chicken or two and put them out in my chicken coop. I'm gonna have to hide. It's gonna be like a pet bed that I guess I put inside the coop. Those weird looking realistic cats from 2008. Yeah, you're gonna be able to place pets inside and outside. I think it's up to 5 pets outside and then maybe 10 inside. Would like more than one, kitty or doggo? Oh yeah, you can definitely have more than one. I was just kind of wondering what the first one's gonna be. Part of me wants to be lazy today and just work on the family tree. Part wants to go to fireworks tonight. Dilemma. I mean, one of those things you can do any day, and one of those things kind of has to be today. Black cat. Yeah. I renamed my Bombay cat to Tiki because he looks so much like my baby. I also have my silver tabby cat is named Kira, and I was looking for one to name Tuna. And Tuna's kind of a special color of cat, so they don't really have a cat model that looks like Tuna. But I did the white kitten just because that's the closest it's gonna get. So excited, I will be the cat lady house. All private fireworks have been banned. Gonna be a quiet night, probably. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. Tuna was so small when we brought him home. I have some baby pictures of him. He was such a little guy. He's so much bigger now. I was happy to have the kitties back. Yeah. He's funny. He doesn't know what to do with himself when they start stealing his food. He'll be like going to eat his dinner and then a cat will snake in front of him and just start chomping on his kibble, and he kind of looks at us like, guys, help. Can he do that? Like, he doesn't get defensive about his food at all, but he just kind of looks at you like, Mom, he's doing it again. We'll be able to see some of the aerial ones from the football stadium nearby. That sounds nice. Oh. Banned here too, but that never stops anyone. Yeah. Problem is that cops also want to not work and just grill out on the 4th. Nice and warm. I'm sorry if my hands are cold. Q in a few minutes. Q any second now. Here, we'll jinx it by doing big camera. So big. Oh, there's the Q. There's the Q. Ow. Tiki is a bit of a love biter. He likes a little nibble. It doesn't actually hurt that bad. He doesn't break skin or anything, but he likes just like a little love nib. And Husky Mix does that too. Sometimes he'll be playing with a ball, and if his doggy sister wants to play, she'll go steal it, and then he'll give me the look like, what the fluff? How could this happen to me?
The Isles have awakened.
I think this is my 3rd and final mage, so after this character we're moving on to either warlocks or warriors or something.
It has been quite some
the
time
warriors
since
technically
the
could
Academy
tank,
has
but I
begun.
don't know if I want to tank time walking. I think I'd
Come
rather
with
sit in a
us.
DPS
It should
queue.
only take a moment to set up for a new
It's not that
These
it's hard to
lashes
tank time
must have
walking or
grown
that like
wild
I
while
can't
we
do
were
it or
away.
anything. It's just that
Please,
it takes more
if you could,
brain than not
clear them
tanking and
out
just
while
following
we
along. You
learn
actually have to
the
think
life
about where you're
magics
going
of
and how
this
much you should
place.
pull. And my head has no thoughts. It is empty. Kitties who graduated out of quarantine. Yeah, we busted him out. We sprung him. Does your Husky Mix also have opinions? My dog has a little bit of Husky and some Malamute in him, and he has opinions. Hope it's all over. Bless. Thank you. We're gonna keep a close eye on them, and we're gonna treat them for another week, but they're looking pretty good. Hopefully nobody recurs. Do a few more rounds of high temp laundry just in case. Wash all the bedding and stuff. Good tank, sure. Brain power to tank? Yeah, nope. My Husky is the queen of this house. He needs to tell us about his day anytime we leave him. The trick with Moose, if you wanted to do what you want to do, is you have to figure out how your interests are going to overlap with his interests. He's a good boy, and he loves us, and he does kind of want to listen, but he's also kind of like, what's in it for me? If we ever get another dog, he's gonna teach them all his bad habits. We're gonna call the other dog in the house, and she's gonna be like, coming in the house, and then Moose will be like, wait, hold on. See what they're offering first. Know your worth. You don't turn up unless they are paying you something good.
Wait, Ichistras, there is too much life magic. What are you doing?
Me? There is too much nature. What are you doing?
What is that thing? This is your fault.
Girl dogging?
Absolutely
Maybe one day. Not right now.
Please,
It would
help
not
us
be
new
responsible.
students.
And we do not have the budget for it. Down the road, maybe. We do have the space for it, which is the dangerous thing. I no longer have a landlord telling me that I can or cannot get another dog. So I am down to my own self-control and my own knowledge of my own budget, which cannot have another dog right now. Maybe later. One day. Down the road. I would love a girl dog, though, just because I have 3 boys. And Hazel wants a baby girl. I want to balance out the ratio just a tiny bit. I know it doesn't matter. And if it shakes out that we end up with a second boy dog, then it is what it is. But I am outnumbered. My primary female pet left in the house is Lettuce. And I mean, I love her, but I don't know if we're girls. I don't know if we're, like, besties. Sometimes I think that if she could, she would eat me. Boy,
Look at this Lishrath arena. Oh, wait.
I'm in
What are these
danger of becoming a
birds
boy
doing
mom.
here?
And it just worked out that way. I felt like most of the kittens that we saw at the kitten place were boys. I'm sure there were girls somewhere, but there was just a lot of boys around. Want another dog? Not in the budget. Plus my dog is like 17. Oh! Wise dog. It's all my attention. I know Moose would love a dog sibling. He would be over the moon. But I want to make sure I can handle associated expenses without it being life ruining. So just table it for the time being. See how we're doing in a year or two. One male pet away from defending the boys on Love Island. Yo, Dave, the way I was shouting at my TV yesterday for one of these people to hop off of the Sincere train, I couldn't believe what all Melanie's friends were saying to her. I couldn't believe it. I love Anaya, but I was about ready to take her off my favorites list for how she was defending him. I don't know what he did to everybody in that villa, but it's some spooky stuff. Kind of have a problem. What's a title for the name Zero?
Huh, at least we know that works. Watch yourselves.
I'm looking. I like the Anub one with lots of names. Anub Zero is pretty funny. Captain. Oh yeah, I'm a DPS. I can just press this button. There's gotta be something that's like clever. That's hard. I feel like there's got to be something really clever, but I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, don't mind me. There's certainly Zookeeper if you're just looking for a half alliteration. Professor. It's actually crazy. Like you all just saw what happened. Yeah. Yeah, I was having the same reaction. I was like, I can't believe that the voice of wisdom right now is Brain Cell 1 and Brain Cell 2. Like Tweedledee and Tweedledum got a point. Zero of the Horde. Only ever had female pets. Would love a male dog, but has to be a very specific dog and breed, and I already have the name for it. The Forbidden Zero. We can go either way. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I feel like I've never been... I always had ideas that I was going to get female pets, and then I've ended up with male pets, and that's just kind of made me realize it doesn't matter. I don't think it makes a meaningful difference in their temperament. I think a lot of the things that people project onto male and female pets, personality-wise, are projection, because people have a lot of ideas about that. I don't know if the animals do. I feel like they're all themselves. I want a small black dog that I can name Fenris. I like the idea of having a name picked out ahead of time. I want to name a female dog Maple so I can have Moose and Maple and be just disgustingly on theme. Just absolute crime. So cute. But I feel like I would keep it reserved, but then I would like meet the dog and see if anything else comes up. Because I wouldn't want to name the dog that if it doesn't fit, you know. Yeah, they would be the M&Ms. I would have Tuna and Tiki and Moose and Maple. The requirement of a dog is to get along with cats and my other dog. Zero the singular? Now I'm stuck on this.
It has been quite some time since students have been here. I'm just putting together my lesson plan.
Zero. Zero of the infinite. That's gotta have something. Right? There we go. I interrupted one monotonous lecture. Go team. I was telling this, if he wants a sibling, he needs to get himself on Instagram and start doing some brand deals. Start advertising a dog shark.
Here we are. Long ago, members of the Blue Dragon Flight accidentally overloaded an arcane elemental and created a powerful construct named Veximus that quickly started to wreak
Two cats
havoc.
named Summer and Nymeria after the direwolves and a cat Drogon. Ooh, I like that theme.
The Blue Dragons battled Veximus fiercely, attempting to prevent it from absorbing stray arcane orbs that could allow it to grow further out of control.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just blinking all over the place over here. I'm glad someone else is doing damage. I don't think it's me. Look, I'm casting a Frostbolt. My participation is minimal. I don't know. I think if someone around here needs to suck it up and try a brand deal, it's probably me. Get over myself just a tiny little bit.
It was ultimately destroyed. Well done. Since you did so well on your lesson, feel free to take something from
For a long time, I really wanted a girl, black
chest.
German Shepherd named Arwen. Oh, that's a pretty name. I feel like that would be a beautiful name for a German Shepherd girl. It would also be a beautiful cat name. We're just gonna run past this, yeah. Bless you. Tiki, it's really sweet that you've been hanging out with me. I thought you were maybe gonna go back to where you were before. I kind of kidnapped you from your bed cuddle. Pet names tend to be a little boring. Ditch, because that's where I found her, and Tuesday, because he came to us on a Thursday. Is that an autocorrect, or is that is that just kind of funny? I like names like that. I like names that have to do with like the circumstances. I thought about naming Tiki Gollum or Smeagol because when he was a baby, he was a little skinny and his face was so bony that it looked like he had big bulbous eyes and like he kind of had bald skin around his eyes and it was giving Lord of the Rings Gollum. And I'm glad I didn't name him that because he's had such a glow up and he doesn't look like that anymore. And I wanted to give him like a nice, I don't know, like a nice name with nicer vibes than that. Although to be honest, Tiki is mostly just because he reminds me of the cat from the Tiki Cat brand packages. They have like a art of a black cat on them and it just kind of came to mind, but... Surely Bliss will pay Moose to promo pets in the housing that I will patch. Oof. Still looks like a Herbert to me. We had some wild names on the list. We came very close to naming one of the two cats Noodle. Noodle was a real front runner of a cat name.
Greetings,
for both of the cats.
Not registered here.
Mostly for Tuna. Tuna was almost Noodle. But I got kind of hung up on Tuna. I wanted Tuna. My cat is Noodle. I think Noodle's a wonderful cat name. Most creative I got was naming a cat Macchiato because she had a big spot on her back. Coworker named a kitten Macaroni. We saw the cutest three-legged black lab named Guilford up for adoption, and if we only had the ability to take him right now. I love Guilford. 2 tuxies named Navi and Apollo.
These are sacred halls of learning. Only those registered may access them. Think about what you have done.
Beautiful model Tori that I named Caramel. I think we're pretty much capped at 2 cats, but if we ever had gotten more, I wonder if we would have tried to get more different colors of cats. Not that you're supposed to collect them all like Skittles, but I don't know. I've never had an orange cat before. People talk a big game about orange cats.
It seems the parameters
Orange female cat has the most creative name, Miss Kitty.
Were a bit extreme.
I like my black cat.
Thank you
I
for
like my
all your
Tiki.
help in
I
getting
like
the
my boy.
school ready.
I love them both. Tiki's my guy, though. I named my first cat Doodle. She was my baby for 12 years. We now have Truffle and Nico. Recolors IRL, right? I didn't know how much fun it was going to be to have 2 cats. There's something about scooping one up in each arm and then just having, like, armfuls of cats. As most of the colors this round, first time I've had a calico.
Aspects watch over you.
I've always also really
Ours
liked...
is a
Calicos are
solemn
beautiful. I really love tortie cats. Tortoiseshell cats, I think, are so gorgeous. You don't see them that often. I'd never even heard of a cow cat before I met Tuna. I didn't even know it was a thing. I'd seen tuxedo cats. I'd never seen one that just had, like, irregular splotches like Tuna does. I didn't even know it had a name until after I, like, looked it up. Tortie that sits in a neighbor's window. She wears an orange sweater. She's so cute. 2 cats is the best. We'll always have 2 cats from now on. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get a single kitten ever again. If I ever get more cats and it's kittens, it would just be a pair of them. Oh, you know what time it is? It's boy time! Love the splotch on Tuna's nose. He's got such a unique face. He looks like, it looks like ink blots to me. He looks like calligraphy. Let me see if I have a more recent picture of his face. Some baby pictures, but his face is kind of filled out a little bit. No, not really. Girl Kitty's a diluted tortie, but she's a gray to me. Nice transmog. He needs to get in queue for a time walking dungeon, and then he's got to make his way more or less to Vol'Drak, and also I gotta change up my UI. This is probably the last one I have time for, and then I can see if I have enough badges to buy my my stuff. Where'd you get that sickle? I'll take a look. Might be herbalism equipment, because he's definitely got a 2-handed staff on. And also, I didn't pick this model of staff. How to see boy still around. Yeah, I couldn't delete boy. I guess I didn't pick out a 2-hander that went with this. I wonder if he just needs like a walking stick, honestly. Like just like a super simple, straightforward. Because you don't really want it to like overwhelm the rest of what's going on here. Also, the shoes aren't right. No, that's not it. That's not bad. I feel like you kind of gotta let his legs out. He's gotta air out the pins. Yeah, you need some pipes, right? Yeah, I don't know what weapon goes with this. Staff-wise, anyway. For when it was a main hand offhand, he had like a little dagger and then he had some garlic. I can give him a hoe. I don't know if he's a farmer though. Yeah, everyone can use a pitchfork. There we go.
May your feet find good trails.
I guess you could also hide it as well if you didn't want it.
But do not
I wish
rush
they'd give
to
him bagpipes.
conclusions.
Oh yeah, I found a picture of Tuna's markings. There we are. There's me and him. He's got like kind of an apostrophe over his left eye. And then he's got kind of this like asymmetrical on his nose kind of going up a little bit. It looks to me like someone was like painting him. I like taking selfies with my cats. Printer got jammed. It does look a little bit like ink splotches from a printer jam. I can see it. This isn't the Veldraken portal. I've run the wrong way. Do I even have a pet out? Give me an imp or something. I don't know what's going on with him. He's a demo warlock right now, apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot he's got a name named Pazam. That's Dornigal. That's not right.
The waters flow again.
Leveling that guy now? Aw, boy. I think I want to just adjust his mod to hide the weapon altogether. I think you can totally do that. And I forgot, and I want to try it. Good news, I have a couple minutes in DPS queue to think about it.
Come, shop, browse.
Hide. I like how the shovel's vaguely menacing. It looks like he's gonna bury you. That's kind of cool, actually. At least the green matches his hat a little bit. Yeah, sure. Spent 200 gold on that. That one's good too, though. Big twisted walking stick. Okay, but then I'm gonna stop looking, otherwise I'm just gonna keep spending more money. Made my peace with not buying everything from Midsummer vendors. Still need like 2k tokens. There is always next year. It's true. There's always next year. That stuff's gonna come back for sure.
We protect the Isles.
If I had to pick just one of the keyblades, do I want... This one kind of looks more like a key. This one, it also is a key, but like the ornateness of the key handle is kind of taking it more into staff territory. I feel like it's this one. I want them both, but I don't know if I can afford them both. Also, I never did get this staff, which is kind of cool, but it's gonna have to wait, I think. And I don't know if any of these toys are cool. I don't know what they do. Also, I'm at a serious lack of a scavenger's banner. I guess we can get that tomorrow. That and the landing kit, too. The back pieces, only 600 badges each. Whatever little gnome guy, he looks so whimsical. I think this is my only male gnome. Oh yeah, I do have a Felguard, that's right. That's what you're supposed to do. What's his name? Vthun. Yeah. He looks so angry. Without the beard, he's almost a Luigi. I think the kilts must have been... The little over-the-shoulder tartan quilt, I feel like, is really nice with the little tufts on it. I don't think I've ever had an urge to have another male gnome. I love gnomes, but I always make female gnomes. He's just a wee lad. Get the female gnome, call her girl one day. I don't think I'm lucky enough to get that name. That would be something. Boy's gonna get his wife. I don't know, does Boy want a wife? Boy might be in his alone boy era, his single boy era. He's making his little boy, he's decorating his boy bachelor pad.
Oh, hi.
Both Tuna and Tiki, but especially Tiki, have been kind of developing like their phrases and figuring out what sorts of things they like to say. And I'm trying to learn to mimic them. Tiki kind of goes wow, but like higher pitched. I have a mechanome and I regret his existence. Brutal. I won't tell him, but you should. Did you see the person who brought a Brackenhide poison into Goldshire Inn on Moonguard? I didn't. That's funny though. Girl doesn't need to be on Lightbringer anymore. That is true. I could scavenge. I could deep dive for that. You never know. I feel like I got Boy because it was right after a name release. But I don't know. I think they released them over time now. I don't even know if I have an interrupt. What does this do? It's a stun. Kick and stun. Where'd you go? Oh, you're on a nice blanket. You guys are making me sleepy. I don't know if I can take a nap today. It sounds nice though. I put as many robot parts as I could on him and he still looks like a baby with toaster arms. Oh man. Mechanome DK Invader would be top tier. What if you take him to a barbershop and make him a female Mechanome? Maybe you'll like that better. You can do that for free. This paladin is named McLightbeard. You know, toaster arms would be sick for breakfast. So we can make Mechanome druids. They're a dead race. I wonder if they're right down there with Earthen in terms of people that have them. I always thought it was nice that humans always have half-decent representation. There's always going to be human characters around. Even though it's a fantasy game and you could be anything and there's many things that are like newer and more glamorous with more defined neck to head ratios. You know. There's always gonna be people playing humans. It's mostly just the male human whose neck goes like straight into his ears. I like his name and that's it. Rogue called Spring Shiv.
Order! I will not let you through!
In the pointed ears, you can at least be a half-elf. That is true, actually. Forgot about that. I love female humans. I don't have a single male human. I've never made one. Or, like, kept one. I don't even think I've made one to level as, like, a joke. If I made one, it was at most to, like, shop on another realm or, like... I don't know, something that you just use a scrap character for. I'm sure that you can make a male human that looks cool. I always feel like if I'm gonna make a male character, I want it to be like either like a Draenei or a Coltiran or like an elf of some kind with like a magnificent ponytail. I think you can do magnificent ponytails on humans too, though. Maybe I should give it a try one time. I'm just not give them enough credit. Male human face looks odd to me. Their build is what freaks me out. I don't mind like a super jacked fantasy muscle build. It's just weird to me on the humans that they look so bouldery. When the ladies look normal. You know, it's just a bit... I just don't understand why their necks are so thick. They don't look like any human I've ever met. One of every race, thanks to Lamix, that's why the Mechanome exists. But I also know that they got a ton of new customization options. And I haven't really given them a chance since they added those, so maybe one day I'll play around with it. The forearms are absurd, too. Yeah, they don't have a lot of wrist either, do they? Kind of forearm straight into hand. feel like I'm mostly just auto-running behind in this dungeon. I don't feel like I'm contributing a whole lot. We're doing a lot of moving and damage. I don't know how many of my spells are instant. I think somebody's just kind of smoking it as we go. Leveling my elf with time walking, still doing the delve quests. You can turn them in at 86 and a quarter to get to 90 with all the buffs. It's so quick. Yeah, I was hearing that people are able to get 80s to 90 in just a couple hours. Kind of neat. Good to know.
The winds are always in my favor.
I'm still in my tank UI. My unit frame is shockingly large still. Darkmoon Fair buff? Yeah. Tomorrow there's like a little, between the hours of midnight and 10 a.m. there's overlap between Midsummer and Darkmoon Fair and Time Walking. There's like a little window where you can get all the buffs at once if you want. At least for North America. Oh, pardon me. I'm not sleepy. You're sleepy. I think it's the one button that's just making me very zen. Just keep pressing it. Everything will be fine. Feed yourself to the frog. Become one with the earth. The frog feedeth and the frog burpeth back up. Am I summoning my Felguard? It must have died. Midnight Rare Mounts, 5 of 8 still. I haven't been farming the last couple of weeks since 1207 came out. I've been busy with other stuff. I want to farm, maybe next week, depending on how good the BFA time walking vendor is. I know that it's not a new time walking vendor, but I don't know if I remembered to look at it very thoroughly. We got through a lot of characters today because of the healers went pretty fast. This boss is cute. Trying to get the motivation to Vile Essence farm. Yeah, there's a good one. I haven't done that yet. I might put that one off until 12.2. Kind of like how I put off honey farming, pollen farming until it was the last patch and I had tons of gear and I could just kind of smoke it by myself. What XP buffs are there right now to level quickly? Right now, Midsummer. Darkmoon Fair starts tomorrow. And then there's... I mean, Time Walking isn't really a... No, Time Walking is a buff. You can build up a knowledge of the Time Ways buff. You do Time Walking dungeons and that'll stack up experience from monsters and quests as well. There's a website called Today in WoW that will show you kind of active events and how long they last and whatnot, and that might be a good place to check on that sort of thing if you're ever lost. But yeah, lots of people leveling right now. It's a good time for sure.
Free from their corruption.
I always like this fight. Forgot about Midsummer. It's almost over.
Let me show ya the
Still time to last minute panic farm blossoms and buy stuff off the vendor though if you want. It's not over yet. I think I'm just gonna eat this.
You're gonna get your day. Let me show ya the power of the elements. Nothing can stop us.
One day when I finally do get around to leveling all these characters, they can all benefit from like a half a level from having done this once. Need Brewfest and I get my Violet Proto Drake. Oh, nice. Long Strange Trip is a pretty big project. That's nothing to sneeze at. I like the implication that you could sneeze at something voluntarily if you found it to be, not good enough for you. Even world events like the Belladar Shift? Yeah, I check it whenever I'm a little lost on what's going on with like Twitch drops and stuff. Because they have a section for all that kind of stuff. Delves get me to 82, 6 or so dungeons turning the quest. Didn't think to time it though.
Fools! Do you not see what that wretch Tyr has done?
Kick like 2 things, I'm helping. Seem to get this dungeon more than any other. I've had a pretty good spread of most of them. I haven't seen a lot of Ruby Life Pools. I don't know if we've done Ruby Life Pools today. We did more of that yesterday. I get Azure Vaults quite a bit. I did a bunch of that today, I think. And then some of it yesterday as well. Must just be random though. Almost time to wrap up. After this dungeon, I'm gonna gather my badges and see what I can buy before I go for the day. Been using up all my Warbound gear I've been hoarding, finally. Not me. Getting lost and wondering if I should just turn around and leave. Oh, to be a slow class again. Feels like home. Just run, run, run as fast as you can at default run speed because I'm not spec'd into Burning Rush. Life of a warlock. Lots of time to think about your crimes. This is me every day. Thank you very much. Let's go turn this in. Neltharis quickly proven to be a bad experience for me. Yeah? Is there like a boss that tends to go wrong?
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
I feel like mine went okay, but also I don't think I was
For the
helping very
glory
much.
of the dragons.
Alright, let's do... do it on my priest. Yeah. So tomorrow, if I want to keep doing this, how many characters do I have left? Oh, lots. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 more characters. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So half of them would be DPS. So what I should probably do tomorrow is run the healer characters first to get through the fast ones and then kind of go through some of the other ones if I want to keep doing badges for items. Which I think I kind of do because I forgot that I want both the back pieces as well as at least one Keyblade. Let's do a little shopping. Mom said fire the one-shots. Oh, I did die to that once. Like the puddle. No Mog is so good. It's so fun to transmog gnomes. I used to think that it was no fun to transmog gnomes because there's no space to work with, but they look so cool in a bunch of stuff. Weapons are always going to look so large next to them. It's fun. Oh, this is not the time walking vendor. This is the time walking vendor. Hats look pretty big too. She's got some good ones. Alright, let's gather it all up. See where we're at. See what our proceeds for the day are. From one stream's worth of time walking. At least you can do this. Alright, 24.45 was what we earned today. And then we had 167 left over, which puts it at 26.12. So we can get... Oh no, I could get both the keys. I'm gonna start with this key. The one that looks more key-like.
Serve well.
Learn that. You need a send all button. Hey Hazel, sending much love. Hi Vinta. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having an okay weekend.
The aspects have returned.
And I have 1,400, so I can actually buy both of the back pieces. I want the landing kit. I want the banner. We'll get both of those. And then tomorrow, if we get more badges, I think I might want some of the toys before I get into the other key arsenal. I think the other key arsenal I can probably leave for now. Having one key arsenal I feel like will do me for now. I can always come back to this one in a future Dragonflight time walking if I'm feeling up to it. The breeds, like, there's other cool stuff, but I feel like I would like the oath. The skipping rock sounds like kind of a cool toy that I might use. Oh, there's a pet. Oh, I forgot about the pet. 2,200 badges. That might have to wait, to be honest with you. I think that one's just gonna have to wait. I don't think I want it. And then, of course, I'm missing some of these, but, like, I have the Aqualon harness. That's the one that I picked. I didn't pick these ones. Camera's a cool idea. Don't know how well it works. Just getting over the flu. Back to work Monday. Oh, I hope we feel better soon. Oh, that sucks. 7,200. Don't know what to buy first. Photo finisher. Beckon a bronze wellplane to capture victorious moments against epic foes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I could use more badges too. They just added so many good things. I think tomorrow maybe I'll get a few of the toys. But anyways, I gotta wrap up for the day. I would like to thank you all very much for joining me. If you haven't seen it yet and you would like to, I put out a brand new Saturday news video on YouTube, so that's available at youtube.com/hazelnuttygames. Thank you very much for supporting the streams and videos. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, fun, safe weekend and a wonderful, wonderful day.